we were we were testing out a new system I was working on where you play as regular humans, and it's a game of like investigation where you have to investigate like modern day like mysteries or supernatural disturbances. And the game came in 3 phases where you had to spend the first phase finding evidence to try and discern what it is. Then the second phase is preparing for what you believe it is. And then the third part of the campaign is actually coming in contact and trying to either collect enough evidence to prove its existence, capture it, or kill it.
Right.
And it was like a town of werewolves who would invite people during the full moon to a big lunar festival. And they would hunt certain people who were given certain tickets.
Right.
And so the town, there were some disappearances around the town, not enough to like be super concerned, especially since they disappeared around like a festival or a big party. It happens. And so my Chad and Dalton here were in the supermarket buying some supplies.
I was buying cigarettes.
And my son's character walks in, and my son's character is supposed to be a sheriff from another town over who was brought in to help with security during the festival. And he decides he's going to pull a gun on the two of them because they won't listen to him.
Oh.
Which gets all 3 of them arrested for causing trouble in town. So they lose out on the entirety of the investigation phase and the prep phase. And they wake up to werewolves, and one of them chases them into a nearby house after they escape from, their detention cells. And the werewolf's trying to break through the front door because they locked it behind them. Dalton's going through everything, trying to find what he can to use as a makeshift weapon. Preferably anything silver or hairspray, to make something flammable.
You found hairspray and a lighter.
Chad was like a hunter-type character, so he had these hunting rifles and stuff on him. So he sets up at the top of the stairs above the door, and he's getting ready to start taking shots at it. And my son pulls out his knife, walks up to the door, throws it open, and stabs the werewolf with it, which gets him mauled and eaten. And then those 2 were forced to kind of just run away.
Oh my god.
Because they lost like all their prep time, all their investigation time, which wasn't their fault, just my son being him.
A child.
The child was still very much unaware of his mortality.
It wasn't just that; it was
Very aware of his knife.
it's like he didn't know how to adult in adult situations. So his recourse of action is to pull a gun on people.
Right.
Because they won't listen to him.
Challenge 1: be a functional human being, and then just any child ever will proceed to fail with flying colors.
Listen, he's an American child, so his response of like, "Oh, I'm a police officer. They're not listening to me."
Gun.
Oh no.
That
Can you
is
hear me?
sad, but also probably true.
Speak again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Am I low or?
You're
Let me
kinda
check
A little bit
low.
loud.
I would turn you up a couple notches.
Hold up.
Need to be hearing our favorite dwarf.
So I have explicitly written down here in my notes, Val wants a wagon. Or
We
the
want a
wagon.
Oh.
Who wants to run back to the cave to grab a wagon?
CK.
The enthusiasm for the sea cave has been steadily declining.
It has.
Well, I'm not technically opposed to going to get the wagon, but I am opposed to shark bites.
It's not
Nah.
that bad.
There were only
You're fine.
eels.
It was bad, okay? Got my arm chomped on.
But you're a bird. There's basically like no meat in there. It can't really hurt.
Yeah,
Which
you
is
just lost
why
a couple feathers.
I lost a couple feathers and almost a bone.
They're empty anyways.
You're hollow on the inside anyway.
Am I all? Is that canon? Shane is
don't know.
completely hollowed out on the inside, which is why he takes so
This
much
void
damage.
inside me it cannot be filled. It's just
I mean,
having hollow bones.
birds are hollow boned, so I mean, I would
mean-
assume Allens are also hollow boned, considering
No,
they're
no.
bird people.
His bones are filled with eldritch parasites.
Oh right,
His
yes
bones
they
are
are.
filled with hatred.
They used to be hollow.
Like at some point, he's just going to be a mass of like eldritch tentacles in a bathtub, and then like an owl head.
The crown of judgment head.
Yeah. If okay, every time a bone breaks, a tentacle's gonna sprout out.
I now have access to level 2 spells. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh right, we leveled up.
Hopefully you took care of all that for
completely
this.
Forgot.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
I couldn't
Yep.
afford you.
Do I sound the same?
You're good.
Yeah.
All right. New headphones, so.
Oh, okay. I feel like I would have leveled him up though.
That's something that you might want to check for this. Make sure
Yeah,
you
me
leveled
too.
up from the last session.
Level 3.
He is level 3. How many hit points should I have on average on level 3?
Your hit dice times 3.
Where are my hit dice? My hit dice are. Wait, does it show? It should show you hit dice somewhere.
And usually the average size would be about half your total hit die.
I think if your hit dies an 8, 5
It'd be about
is
4
the,
or 5 per level.
5 is five
I-
is the default.
Plus
I
your
have one.
con.
I have 1d6 my hit dice, so a 16 should be pretty accurate. Did I have any new spells? Oh right, I did. I can cast Calm Emotions on the Barbarian.
Why?
Counter. I
Like,
rage, calm.
Wait, does it really look like that? Like I can't rage if you use it on me?
Yeah. Well,
What?
I can pop you out of a rage. So like the moment you go in, I use calm motion on you. You just calm down and you, well,
Why would you grab that spell specifically?
For that
because
reason.
I get it from my subclass. It's like a subclass spell, and I had it and I was like, I might as well prepare it, and now I have it, and
Might-
I.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Alright.
The funny thing is that it doesn't really have a practical application unless you're fighting PCs, users NPCs, right? And one of them is a barbarian. It doesn't really have that much practical application. So
No, it can keep people from wanting to fight you. Is
yeah,
essentially what it's for. Like well, this person's starting to get heated. I can use calm emotions to calm them down and help them listen to reason.
Yeah, there's a couple uses for it. It should never be a spell that you just grab as a sorcerer, but if you get it from uh, your subclass, it can actually like you can make uses for it.
Yeah, because I get it from a subclass. I get detect thoughts and calm emotions, and then I picked shatter for myself because shatter is very fun. Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to be. Yeah, the funny thing about shatter is that the point that is the center point of it doesn't have to be within sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I once used it within a dark library where the whole gimmick was that we couldn't see the spiders, and then was like the spider crawls between the fallen bookcase, and I was like, oh, I have something for this, bang, and then then I was really happy with myself because I was finally able to use shatter.
If you had used it in
You
the sea
change-
cave, it would have been a depth charge.
Yeah.
Gets bitten by the eel once, blows up his coral.
And then like the whole sea cave just like collapses in on itself.
Do you know the sound? Do you know the sound that the what the implosion charge is?
The sonic
Slave One in
charges,
Star Wars?
yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's just what it sounds like if you do it in an enclosed space.
Using shatter on the Vashtanrada.
You know, I remember playing like the old Star Wars Rogue Squadron games, and one of the unlockable ships was the Slave One. On I think it was like the GameCube one, which I think was like Rogue 3. And what I do is I'd spin while dropping those sonic charges, so they made a giant like spiraled flower when they went off. It was like, dodge this. Because it was just like lines in all directions.
Speaking of sound design, by the way, I've been playing the new Elden Ring DLC with a friend of mine, and one of the bosses has this one grab attack that makes like a really booming noise when you get grabbed by it. And I've been like, every time he does an attack, I intentionally let myself get grabbed just because I have like extra bass in my headset, and then it just deafens me for 2 minutes. I think that's really funny. My friend doesn't, because then he has to fight a boss who has two times the amount of health.
I understand your friend.
The game is hard enough.
Yeah, so Calm Emotions actually has a really nice feature
Alright, I'm
to
back.
it
Welcome back.
that
Come back.
even though the DM can rule if the creatures become hostile again after the spell ends, it doesn't say that they're aware that they've been casted upon.
All right, yeah, because like people can detect thoughts, and people can detect stuff like
Yeah, like
friend.
charm spells.
The only thing you gotta watch out for though is they can still see you. Like if there's a vocal component or a somatic component, they can see you doing that unless you have like silent casting.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It has a vocal and a somatic component, so you'd have to like. I could use.
So
like,
they would
silent
see you
spells.
casting the spell, unless you
Yeah.
can hide that you're casting it, which would require you to have silent casting, so you can cast without the vocal component, and then you'd also have to use sleight of hand to hide your somatic component.
If
think-
they can see you.
And there's also
If-
you. Because
Yeah,
I'm a sorcerer, I
important, Dave.
could also use meta magic, because with meta magic you have something called not careful spell, but like I actually think it's called careful spell, which basically means that I don't have to use vocal components when using that. It's like I could do it silently that way, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a sorcerer ability where you can use your sorcerer points to do stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a sorcerer ability that says I can just do anything I want. Because
yeah,
screw the
that's
rules.
Most famous sorcerer ability.
Which, fun fact, I think that might also work against if someone goes to counter your spell, like they don't know it's happening
Yeah,
or something really stupid.
but I believe that too is like also partially up to the DM, because it doesn't explicitly say that it's undetectable. It just kind of says it doesn't make any sound. So
Yeah, I think it's more in the ruling of the actual whatever the negate spell is.
The counterspell.
Yeah, counterspell, whatever it is.
Something has to be a spell you can see. Something.
You know, I saw a good
Yeah.
meme the other day where it was like clerics, where it was like "Forgive me, Father," and then like sorcerers, and it's like "Sorry,
Oh.
Mommy" or something.
I've seen that. I've seen that too. Please forgive me, Daddy, for I've been naughty or something like that.
Damn, I forgot I rolled a 2 on my HP.
That's on my
Amazing roll.
for the barbarian.
I rolled a 7.
I don't remember what I rolled. I know my total HP now is 29.
I just took the average.
Can I take the average, DM?
I'll be too late.
Yeah, it's a little late for that.
That's what you get for gambling.
You can gamble and get
Nine-
something better, or take average and just be middling your whole life.
99% of gamblers stop just before the first big jackpot.
I mean, I guess it would just be 5 more HP. So
People always say that casinos are unfair, but you know they're really not, because you either win or you don't, so it's a 50-50.
Laplace is crying right now.
I mean, that's only if you're like looking at like outcome versus outcome. It's either one or the other. But
Yeah.
No. It's all you either win or you lose. Valve's starting a casino specifically for you.
You're gonna call the casino 50-50?
You either win or you lose. Everything's a 50-50.
That is not how it works.
And they just have like the first customer you get is a Sheo who doesn't gamble anything, not because he doesn't believe in it, because he wholeheartedly believes what's on that sign, but also he doesn't know how to gamble.
your first couple games are all people who just do coin flips.
Yeah.
Fun thing, Karius does know how to play cards, but he's too innocent to ever trick someone with them.
And they all have
So he just be playing like magic with people.
and they all have like two double-headed and double-tailed coins.
It's like Sheo's aberrant mosquito, I'm gonna call it. Sheo's aberrant mosquito is just gonna be in the back of his head. Red, choose red. The Sheo's are like black.
Red.
It's gonna be canon that the mind thing whispers to Sheo, but like only all the wrong things.
He just thinks it's his internal monologue. Yeah, isn't it normal to have two voices?
That's
You
how
mean
internal
you mean
monologues
your
work. What are
guys'
you talking
consciousness doesn't talk to you?
about? What do you mean you guys don't have two different voices in your head and one of them is completely unintelligible?
You mean that the voice in your head doesn't speak in primordial?
wait, you guys have got voices in your
Primordial?
head?
How do you know?
You mean it
Yeah.
doesn't know infernal?
What's Baldur's intelligence score?
10.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
mean
you-
the
he'd have an
I'm
internal
I'm
monologue.
actually a pretty smart barbarian, to be honest.
Speak
Astounding.
Want to know the funniest thing about Sheo's character design?
What?
He's designed to be absolutely nuts and just stupid, but his intelligence is an 18.
Why is a sorcerer
the other
so...
the other 10
intelligent?
comes from the parasite.
Yeah.
We need him smart because we don't have a wizard.
It's not smart,
go-
it's handsome because it's the charisma stat.
I'm gonna eventually do a character bit where the parasite's allowed to talk for a little bit, and it's gonna be this really well spoken version of Sheo.
I like to think the insanity is Sheo, and the parasite's trying to correct the insanity.
No, Sheo, we're not gonna cast Shadow.
No, we want to be a normal person.
The commoner's not trying to stab you, he's just washing his sheets.
Look, I'm all for insane and chaos reigning and everything, but you're a little much. Rein it back then.
Wait, so you guys all got spells, and I got like an extra rage.
I got hold person.
I got the ability to make people feel more pain.
You want to know something funny? Val, I sort of have that too.
I got the ability to bully you.
No, I got some insane spells. So just because my subclass,
Insane spells level 2.
I
Second
got
level.
Moonbeam and See Invisibility for free.
Moonbeam
And I
is
got-
great.
Moonbeam's crazy good, but also have Spiritual Weapon, which, may I remind you, does not need concentration. I can
Oh.
have Moonbeam and Spiritual Weapon up, and my Twilight Sanctum.
Oh.
You know, it's great when you have like Moonbeam and the enemy's just like trapped in a small little area and just like drop the moonlight.
Hey, Val, are you level 1?
I am level 3. I just haven't edited the little character thing.
Yeah, he hasn't changed it on Beyond.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to do that.
You know me, I'm a barbarian. I'm just confused.
Can I use Twin Spell on Shatter?
Probably not.
Oh no, wait, I can't because it needs to be a spell that targets a creature.
Yeah, because it doesn't target.
You can do
Yeah.
Chaos Bolt.
Yeah, true. Could win.
Funny enough, that's sort of how Destruction Warlocks and WoW work.
Yeah.
Alright, let's start the intro here then. Since we're all good and ready. The kingdom of Thyrus has changed a lot in the last 120 years, as at that time a new goddess, Phyra, was birthed into being. Her sole purpose seemed to be to grant blessings to the people of the world, giving them extra power or skills. This quickly improved the lives of the people of Thyrus. The first believer remains High Priest of Phyra's Divine, the goddess of Blessings Church. Anyone who falls under the doctrine of societal races comes of age. They take part in a coming of age ceremony. During this ceremony, the gift given by Phyra at birth are awoken, blooming to life. It has nearly become a law that one goes into a job befitting their blessing, and there they will remain for the rest of their lives. Though there's maybe about 1% of people who do not gain a blessing from this ceremony. Those 1% are treated as outcasts, cursed, or those who have spat in the face of the gods. Even the monarchy bows to these rules. Used to, the monarchy would always pass to the eldest surviving royal member of the family. It is now decided who has the most useful blessing at the time. Now the kingdom of Thyrus stands on the edge. 6 years ago, a 10-year-old human child was found with the hero's blessing. Phyra's Divine has come forward to say when someone with the hero's blessing appears, then it is a warning. Either some great catastrophe looms ahead, or one born with a powerful curse called World's Ruin has appeared. This is the world in which our story takes place. How will the main characters react? How will they choose to move forward? Will they change the fates of those involved? Only time will tell. I am the storyteller. I will be the one with you every step of the way as the strings of fate are pulled. Now, last time on The Short Stacks, they fought a shark.
Shark! Sea cave!
CK!
Inside the mythical sea cave.
Yes, after a long and dragged out battle with a apex predator called the Apex, they faced tentacles, sharp teeth, and water bending as they were thrown across the room, forced to fight other dangerous predatory creatures as they fought a big shark creature. Ultimately, they came out on top, and Shea was brutally beaten again.
No.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
Bonk, bonk.
I just want to say, when the creature had Sheo under the water, like pinned, and he just turned around, looked at me, and just like uppercutted me, I'm like, oh man, I just felt the disrespect there.
Val walked out unharmed.
That's the funniest thing.
Until the end of the episode where he just got slapped by the dwarf.
Yeah.
And they made quite a bit of money on some of the stuff they turned in from this mission. They turned the body in to the guild so they can receive a reward for the creature, though they have to send off for the government and wait a while for that reward to come back because this is a big deal. And they turned in a magical analyzer to Nikolas. So he will be sending it off to the gnome lands to get appraised so they can maybe rip it apart and recreate it.
The statue was also part of a very short episode of Mythbusters. Still sorry for that, Javier, but it had to be done.
You just bashed me with it.
To be honest, the point was to basically snap the eel in half.
It didn't work.
No, but it might have worked.
But
It
what if
could've.
it did?
What if it just ate me?
I mean, sacrifices have to be made in the name of science.
Why don't we sacrifice you then?
I mean, I'm all for it. However, I'm the one who keeps coming up with the experiments.
Look, I would put myself in danger's way, but I'm the idea guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my job.
And you already signed the waiver.
What's a waiver?
It's just a really small section, like on the contract of the Adventurers Guild. It says now subject to all magical experiments under the guidance of one Sheo Beirut.
What to say?
You can also see it's like it clearly doesn't belong there. It's like in this really messy handwriting.
So we return to the group, still standing in Nikolas's gnome away from home shop. You have just turned everything in. You're still holding on to the merchant tags, the Merchants Guild.
Oh yeah.
Right. Where's the Merchant Guild?
Yeah, Val also wants to buy. I think we were
A couple of
hitting the Merchants
kits.
Guild.
Yeah,
Yeah, a couple
which
of
you'll have to
kits.
get at the Merchants Guild because they sell most of the artisan tools and stuff like that.
which I have to
Hey,
find where.
Val, didn't you take all the money from those?
I mean, I have 2 days worth of rooms
No.
to buy. I said I would pay for the rooms with it. That's as fair as it can get. It was only 8 gold and 11 silver.
Oh, I thought we got more than that.
No, we're everything else is coming from the monster parts that have yet to be.
Yeah, those have yet to be processed. You did get quite a bit for exploring the sea cave and turning in some of the trinkets and valuables that you found. But the big stuff has not actually been processed yet. It has to be sent off.
All right, let's go turn in these merchant tags. We should also, I mean, we might look into signing up with the Merchant Guild as well.
Yes, and but before you leave, Nicholas pipes up for you guys before you head off. I did come up with a few little things that you guys can choose to do for me for your first mission.
Oh.
Yeah,
Go on.
as you know, my shop does need to be upgraded. I need more suppliers that are from this continent to help craft goods and services for the lot of you and other fine folks. Let's see. I need an arcanist, a blacksmith, an enchanter, an alchemist, a chef, a hunter, a farmer, a jeweler, clothier, a scholar, a miner, and an appraiser. Now, I'll let you folks choose which one of these you want to go for first. Also, if you come across an info broker that you guys can trust, those would come in handy as well.
Well, what luck! I am qualified for at least 12 of these jobs.
Broker? I barely know her.
I would not I would not trust him with any of the aforementioned jobs.
I am the best appraiser you will ever meet.
He tried to appraise an eel once.
Yeah,
didn't
that's
end very
right.
well.
Obviously, I was trying to appraise Neo.
That's personal opinion there.
Okay. Right, the Merchants Guild. And also assignment, but I guess that has to wait for a little bit.
I mean, we could make a decision now,
Eh,
probably.
If you guys want to take some time and discuss which one you want to try to hire first, I do have an idea where to find some of these people. And I'll send out you guys to go and recruit them for me.
Right. Which one do we want to
Oh,
do?
that's crude, man.
It means to employ.
Yes.
Are they being re-employed?
Essentially, you're going to give them an offer from me to come and either increase the quality of what I can sell or come and help create stuff for me to sell.
Oh, so it's like a crouton. But you do that with people. You see, Kales is like really trying to make this make sense in a food manner.
What does it have to do with croutons?
I don't know. It has
Um,
crude in the name.
Think of it like a hot pot or a mixing pot. Every guest brings a little something and adds it to it. It's like that.
Kalias, honey, no, it is one word. It's not recruit. It's recruit.
Oh, I see. You see, you see the complete blank expression in his eyes. He's not getting it. He's just like,
there's still a little bit of blood trickling from Val's nose. As she's actually at 1 HP from being hit.
Wait, you're at 1?
Yes, your smack
Yes.
reduced her to 1 HP.
That's still great.
You almost one hit your cleric.
I thought I did like half to you.
No,
I did 9.
Yeah.
you did more than 9 because you crit.
Right. So,
See, what were the options again? Blacksmith,
Arcanist, blacksmith, an enchanter, alchemist, info broker, chef, hunter, farmer, jeweler, clothier, scholar, miner, and appraiser. I can go over what each of those would provide if they were recruited.
What's an info broker? Like, he doesn't know. Like, I wouldn't know anything about shady stuff.
Essentially, they're like a quote-unquote spy master. They gather information and then they resell that information. They deal in secrets sometimes, but they also deal in stuff like recon work and information.
sabotage.
They essentially they gather information and knowledge and then they resell it.
you can see Kalias is like nodding along, but he's thinking that recon is scamming someone twice.
Oh no.
I got reconned once. Or is that twice? You know, I'm still in contact with that Nigerian prince.
Right. Okay, so want to just start at the bottom of the list and just start at the Arcanist, or?
Well, I mean, I think a blacksmith or the alchemist would probably be the most useful.
Like,
I mean,
we get
for your
potions here.
potions.
Scholar
cheap.
is someone who likes books, and you really like books, Shayo. So maybe you check with your friends.
I thought he liked counting bookshelves. Does he actually read them?
Isn't it
No.
basically the same?
Okay, so
No.
here's the thing. He really likes books. However, he reads none of them. So
He's a
back on the phone,
collect-
we just hear
He's a
those.
collector, not an enjoyer.
yeah, basically.
He got 18 intelligence just by reading the titles of all the books.
Yeah, we established this last
figuring out.
time. He just reads everything that's on the cover and then just bags it, buys it.
He reads little spark notes on the inside of the book, like about the author.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
thinks that every single book is a biography.
He takes every single book at complete face value.
Yes. Right.
Uh,
So I guess the blacksmith would be handiest since he already kind of has healing potions that we can't afford as is.
yeah, I think blacksmith or alchemist would probably be of the. I mean, it would be nice to not have to use all my spells on healing you guys. It would also be nice to have good enough gear to where you don't take the hits in the first place.
I look at you holding my wooden sword.
But I still do want to buy some kind of light armor somewhere sometime.
Do blacksmiths work with wood?
Ah,
I mean, some might.
Can we get a carpenter?
it's just
I mean, some they have to work with some woods because handles and stuff are sometimes wooden, and other bows. Can
Yeah,
be
they have to deal with morning wood as well too.
oh no. Oh no.
What do you think that is?
Oh
Mm,
no.
I don't know. I heard people talk about it. I imagine it's like, having to split logs for the fireplace.
No, morning wood is when you step out onto a branch early in the morning and it snaps off.
Oh.
No. It's the mini boss in the Terraria Halloween event.
That's Terraria.
I don't know. Is that somewhere in the Feywilds?
Yeah.
But if you
Probably.
go
It
to-
sounds very Feywildish.
Have you been there, Callius?
No, I was born here. My dad has.
Your dad's been to Terraria?
I
It's
don't know. The Feywild, maybe he's been there.
You know, I was
Has your
thinking about
dad fought
going
Morning
once, and then my dad burst in. He's like, "Are you winning, son?"
No. I was going to go to the Feywild once, but then the fairies kept talking about Morningwood and I left.
Morningwood is quite a common talk among satyrs.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of something to do with our horns, I think.
Ah, okay, right, okay. Because you are quite horny, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
And on that note,
Dale is writing all
Should
of
we
this down.
flip a coin?
let's see. We could put it up to a vote. All
Sure.
those in favor of blacksmith say aye. Aye. No.
I kind of feel bad now.
Oh my god.
So the alchemist then?
Yeah, I guess that's it, yeah. Also, how many of you just stayed silent to hear who would be in favor of the blacksmith?
No, I think the alchemist would be best.
Okay, because like I just stayed silent because I wanted to hear who would want to go to the blacksmith, but then it was only the cleric, and I just felt bad immediately.
I
You see,
just
like,
think
there's just a frown on Val's face, like pouting in the corner.
You know,
Cheeks puffed up, arms crossed.
when I was talking with Dalton the other
Don't bloody
day
nose.
about having you guys do recruitment missions, he goes, "Oh, we'll definitely 100% choose the blacksmith, hands down, unanimous. Everyone will go with blacksmith."
They're so useful.
very useful, but I use wood as a weapon.
You also have a bow.
That is made of wood.
And blacksmiths make bows. You can make wooden
No,
bows.
no, that's bowman. And
No, it's
fetchers.
not the bowmen shoot bows.
No, you're thinking of
Fletchers
a-
make bows.
Yeah, you're thinking of a yeoman.
Yo, isn't that the same?
Yeah,
No.
that's another name for wood carver, but yeah.
I see.
Yeoman.
Isn't that because yew is a type of wood?
Yeah,
I thought it was
it's a very
female
good
sheep.
wood for making. What?
It's a
Oh,
good
a ewe was a female sheep.
That is also a thing. But yeah, yew is a tree that's very good for making bows.
Is it also good to make morning wood?
It's also incredibly delicious and also incredibly poisonous.
Morning wood's poisonous?
Yes.
Oh, makes sense.
I meant yew berries. Don't
I'm-
eat yew berries.
I am writing down morning wood under the satyr section.
Blacksmiths do more than just work with metal. They work with monster parts. They work with bones. They work with some woods. They work with leather.
I figured you'd want to be going to the alchemist more than anybody, and
Well,
you don't have to waste the spells on
The
us.
clothier will generally work more with leather than the actual blacksmith would, but yeah.
I mean, most blacksmiths I've been to work with hides and leathers. This is actually, I mean, it's hard to find fairy-sized armor, so this was actually made by a blacksmith in the Feywilds.
They can put leather on like plate and stuff when it's like cold weather. I've seen that.
I mean, a lot of handles have leather. A lot of armors have leather.
Yeah, you gotta know how to do the handle for a sword.
Mm-hmm.
But my shaft's all wood.
Is your
What?
shaft a morning wood?
Is your shaft made of morning wood?
I don't know. It could be.
I
don't
heard
know.
many
I look
references
at my
to shard and wood.
Actually, where
How
we
long
come
of it
from,
was-
it's called Dawn Bark.
Yeah.
Are we gonna stay on this morning wood bit the entire session? Because I am.
We'll see.
If you allow me to.
If it lasts longer than 4 hours, you might want to.
Yeah. It can't last that much.
Well, I guess I'm outvoted. Alchemist it is.
Off to the alchemist.
Well, we don't even know where the alchemist is at yet.
He has to tell us.
I do have the alchemist is located in a small town not far from here called Comboles.
Ball S.
No, we're not making a new morning wood.
That's spelled COLMBOLES.
Comboles. Okay.
Comboles.
Combolas.
Comboles.
Well, which way do we go?
To Comboles.
Do we have
Which is-
supplies for a trip? How far is it?
It'll be about 3 days from here. You guys can charter a wagon to get there.
I know where there's a wagon.
We're not going back.
But the wagon!
You didn't get punched by that thing, okay? I
Val
got
is
punched twice.
But we killed it. There's no more of that thing. We could go
Ever
get the
since-
wagon.
ever since Val's been punched, she's had like her cheeks have. She just keeps getting denied in these conversations. Her cheeks get bigger and her face gets redder, and she's
I'm
just
happy.
pounding so hard in the corner.
It wasn't a punch.
Speaking of which, maybe
You almost killed me.
we should go to sleep first. We arrived. and
We
just
should go
started-
get
Yeah.
that. We should go get that thingy. That wagon.
Yes,
No.
wagon support.
No, because I know what's going to
This-
happen, okay? I'm going to have to carry most of it.
I mean, yeah.
But you're
I-
the strongest.
You know how hard it was to drag that thing to town?
Don't worry.
But you're the
saints will carry
strongest.
the morning.
Imagine if Shea was dragging it. It would take a whole day.
It took a whole day with me.
We can
Please,
just-
please refer to my profile picture as Kalia says that.
I can just mend most of it, so we can take it out in pieces.
I think we could just charter a wagon.
Party pooper.
Don't make me slap you again.
No.
You don't have the guts.
But calculate this. We could be having our own wagon, and then we could load it with all sorts of different things. We could load it with books. We
Really?
could load it with booze.
Oh.
We could start
Imagine.
brewery.
Imagine your own personal party wagon with like
What if we-
3 full barrels of ale at
It
every given
should
moment.
have a name though. What are we gonna call it?
We don't even have it to call it anything.
It's just a hypothetical.
Mm,
So out of campaign, uh, the serving tray
The
because
serving
we're the
tray.
short stacks.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Oh.
Forget I said
Right.
anything.
Right.
We call it the booster seat.
It's the
Oh, it's so
booster seat.
the world's so different up here.
Activate the boosters.
Why is it so darn cool up here?
I still need to turn these merchant tags in.
Alright.
So do we need to go back to the guild hall or adventurers guild to sign up for this quest, or do we do it directly with you?
No, that is directly with me because this is through our contract, not the Heroes Guild.
All right.
Okay, so
Because then I can note in
Can
the
I see
contract. Yeah, because as per the contract, you are accepting a mission directly from me, which satisfies the case of our contract that says you are to take on at least one job once a month from me. Now you're free
Okay.
to visit these other people whenever you're free as well, if you like, to help build up my shop and build up our connections. These may increase the value of, give us better quality items in the shop, or even give us discounts in the shop because we have more suppliers, or better suppliers.
okay, so I guess we're gonna go to Comboles. We're gonna go to Comboles. I don't know why I have to say it like that, but we're gonna go there. But first, we need a cart, and we need to hand in the dog tags at the Merchants Guild.
Yeah, let's do that last one first.
Yes.
Let's do the
cart,
first and
cart,
last.
cart.
Again.
I'll just walk over to the Merchants Guild. Give me the tags.
We'll all go. We'll see.
Yeah, well,
I'll go.
We'll see
So
who they were.
you guys are able to fairly easily find where the Merchants Guild is. It's the largest building, or it's not even necessarily a building, it's like an entire almost like it's sunken in rings almost, with a large standing area. It's a very wide open market for the most part. You see people hustling about. There's stalls set up everywhere. Food, trade goods, everything's just being sold here. There's like bags of sugar, bags of wheat, entire crates of fish. There's just about anything you could want going on here. There does seem to be also like more niche things. Like there's artists that have stalls set up selling their artwork, like sculptures and drawings. There are people selling books. There are people, just about anything you want you could find right here. There is like a main headquarters kind of set up, but it's still kind of mostly open. It's kind of like a large carousel in a way, where it has like a top canopy held up by poles, but they're those poles are like entire columns, well designed, holding up the upper roof. And it does seem like that is the main hub of this area, where people with disputes and other such come and speak with the head of the Merchants Guild, who are all working back there within that small little tent.
So we go to the tent.
I'll follow you.
Yeah, I mean that's probably where we turn in the tags.
Is there any sort of clerk I can see?
You get up there, and there seems to be one guy free. He's this rather large, pudgy man sitting down on a large, fancy-looking throne, almost.
Do I have the tags on me?
He's got rings on all. He's got several rings on every finger. His clothes are bright and colorful and well overdone. Just like everything
have
about this
tags.
man is excess and extravagant. He has a large curled mustache that comes out at least half a foot from his face and curls perfectly. He's got a large exotic feather that sticks out of the back of his cap that runs like halfway down his back. Probably from some large creature from some faraway island.
I'm going to happily trot over to him. Say, hi, my friend here wants to exchange some tokens for money. And point at ball.
I'll just face palms.
You lose your last HP. You fall unconscious.
I'm gonna flutter up to the I guess the counter. We recently found a expired adventuring party, and these tags were on them. I put the merchant tags up.
The large pudgy man reaches down, picks him up, and kind of looks at him, and he reaches over behind his ear and he pulls forward this eyepiece, and it kind of telescopes out as he looks at it. Yes, let's see here. This group went missing. Their vessel went down on the open ocean not that long ago. Did you happen to find the rest of the ship or the cargo?
There were bits and pieces, like a sunken wagon, but I don't remember if there was a ship or not.
I see. Now, there'd be quite a big, handsome reward if you were to give us a location of that ship and its lost goods. But I can give you a little something for bringing back the tags of the deceased.
Oh, we're gonna have to go back to the sea cave and go swimming.
Shh.
Oh.
Don't give away our trade secrets.
It's the sharks.
Forever traumatized.
I know what I'm gonna eat tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna eat owlet because I'm gonna get mauled.
Alright, he gives you 9. Let's see here. Where is the arrows? He gives you 9 silver pieces for each tag that you recovered from the merchants.
Ooh.
So that's 3 tags, which means
That was 4 tags.
not 4 tags. Then it's 36 silver pieces.
Now, would that be all, gentlemen, or are you good here?
I was actually wondering how to register with the Merchants Guild. What that entails.
Register with us. Well, it will allow you to legally conduct business within this country. There can be expansions bought for you to do trading outside of this country, but it does give you note that you are legally contracted within this country for goods sales, so you can take stuff, ship stuff out of country. It gives you access to We help pay for travel and lodging and the like as well for any merchants, much like the Heroes Guild does. However, most off goods that you obtain outside of adventuring can be sold through us or to us directly.
Okay. So we do have a personal contract with a specific merchant. Is that conflicting with having a contract with you?
No, generally with those specific contracts, they get anything, they get the majority of goods that you receive while doing missions for them. This is more general adventuring and selling of quality goods is through us. And as
Maybe.
of course, as if he's a actual merchant, he is part of our greater contract, so you are capable of selling through him as well.
What sort of sign-up fee is there?
Let's see.
It wouldn't coincidentally be 36 silver.
As he
You see,
reaches over and pulls out kind of like a big accounting book, he like reaches down and scoops out like from a bucket this big handful of just freshly grilled shrimp that's just like leaking like lemon juice and garlic sauce and everything on him, and just kind of like shoves the whole thing in his mouth as he continues to talk and flip through this book. He's like, let's see here. Yes,
Munch, munch.
yeah, that will be a total of 50 gold pieces for your size of a party.
Mm.
Mm,
I would not do that right now.
no,
So-
we need funds.
Hmm.
how many
pay
tax
for it.
did we sell?
What?
What?
I'm just asking Shayo, like, how many tax did we sell?
Wait, what did we sell? Oh,
We,
tax.
sell, we
Four.
sold some
Four.
tax to this guy, right? We
sold
gave him the
four.
tax.
Yeah,
So
we
what's
sold 4, so we got 36 silver, which is 3 gold and 6 silver.
You see, Callis is doing math like, but we sold 4 and we are 4. They should be the same. They should be the same.
Oh.
That's not. You're precious. Just pats you on, like, flutters up and pats you on the head.
You see, someone who's dead is not worth the same as someone who's alive.
Makes sense.
However, in market value, I mean, of course.
And how about someone who's neither dead nor alive? Like an undead?
Are you suggesting necromancy?
You say Callis, right?
You've never seen Sheo disconcerted about something that anyone else might be more open-minded about. All right, so I guess are you sure you want to pay for this right now?
I mean,
Yeah, we can do it later.
I don't have I don't have a problem paying for it. I'm probably going to be the one to use it most.
Ooh, you want to craft?
I may be known to tinker. You see the quite literally a needle rapier
Right.
holstered, and like a bag full of random junk in her backpack.
Don't tell me you were going for a Tinkerbell kind of thing.
No.
Oh gosh, it
That
is
would've been
Tinkerbell.
hilarious.
Oh no, I
Would have
didn't
been
even
really
realize.
funny.
Now she's not saying she's Tinkerbell, but she is a fairy who likes to tinker. So
She's like
Have
a
you ever
goth
made a bell
Tinkerbell.
before?
I should have made an artificer. A fairy artificer. Would have been so funny.
Named
I'm-
Tonkerball.
I'm Belle, the Tinkerer.
Yeah, Bell the Tinkerer. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. That should be a character idea for some other time.
all right, so Val, you want to pay the gold for the memberships?
Yep.
All right, so you pay the membership. He takes the money. He goes, now that will also allow each of you to take one artisan kit to help start you out on your merchant journey here.
Ooh,
So you may each take one free tool set
alright.
from the section of tools, from any section of tools.
I need to look up what artisan kits there are.
Val's taking the artist kit.
Um,
Well, I see painter supplies. I don't know if there's just a straight up artist kit, unless it's in another book.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
you could have gone Tinker's tools.
I don't need Tinker's tool.
Get Tinker's tools.
And you do need art supplies. I mean, they're very expensive.
I mean, there is a brewer's kit.
There's an alchemist's kit, a brewer's kit, a calligraphy kit, a carpenter's kit, a cartographer's kit, a cobbler's kit, a cook's utensils, a glass blower's kit, a jeweler's kit, a leatherworker's kit, a mason's kit, a painter's kit, a potter's kit, a smith's kit, a tinkerer's kit, a weaver's kit, and a woodcarver's kit.
I'll take the calligrapher's tools, actually.
Some of these are substantially.
There is
more
also a
expensive than others.
herbalism kit,
I already have one of those. I have-
navigator's tools.
Yeah.
So I have proficiency in Mason's tools, so I'll grab like a Mason's kit.
All right.
I'll take a calligrapher's kit, although I'm not I'm not proficient in it.
You can gain proficiency in it
Yeah.
eventually. Like, I'm not gonna hand you something and be like, "You're on your own, loser."
Good luck with that.
It would be kind of sad.
Like, generally, how I run things is like I'll even give ways for you guys to just like get a permanent boost to your stats for doing something.
Mhm.
Like for one of the campaigns, I even just gave away a dragon breath or like a breath weapon for a skill because you're able to down dragon fire whiskey, which had a really high DC save that if you made it high enough on the DC save, you just got the breath weapon.
Right, okay, so we've got some with calligrapher's tools, we've got someone with mason's tools, then we've got
I'm gonna grab the brewer's tools because there's no good wine I can afford.
this,
And I might as well make it myself. And also because I can provide food but not water, and thanks to the brewer's kit, I will be able to provide water for the body.
maybe
How
they're
much-
going to be-
How much
maybe
is
they're
it
going
to just
be,
buy a kit?
Depends on the
the
kit.
What
Some of them are way more expensive.
What kit do you want to look at?
What are the cartographer's kits and the alchemy kit? Out of
Let's
interest.
see. Cartographer tools from here would be 22 gold. And what was the other one?
Alchemist kit.
An alchemist kit would cost you 75 gold.
Hmm. All right, I'll write those down. How much is the artist kit then? Or the painter's kit?
The painter's kit, 15 gold.
All right, I'm gonna get
So
the I'm gonna get the Alchemist with the free, and then I'm gonna buy the artist set.
Okay.
Also, realizing that the cook's utensil is only 1 gold, so I'm going to buy one of those. I'm going to
already-
be the preparer of food.
I actually have a set of cook's utensils.
That
already.
will actually cost you
Oh, what
1.5 gold because this is a well-to-do port, so things are a little more expensive here.
Oh, they're scamming me, I see.
Now, there's like a fine balance between like if the town's doing really poor, they might sell stuff at an increased rate because that's all they got. But like if the town's really well off, things are just more expensive because it's a higher class town. Because inflation.
So no matter how things happen, things are always more expensive. That's what Kalias has understood of this.
Can I just I would like to buy something here if I can. Can I buy new ink here?
Yeah.
Sheo gets a rat tattoo,
Yes.
Let's
but it's
see.
just a bird and a shark.
Tattooer's tools are a kit. They are tattooer's kit.
One bottle of ink will cost you 15 gold pieces for a 1 ounce bottle.
Oh God. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take 1 bottle.
You get 1 ounce bottle of ink. Which is actually more than what it sounds because ink's pretty light.
I hope so. My intentions are to slowly but surely write some kind of compendium on all the monsters we've come across with just completely wrong assumptions. That's the idea.
Val now has 5 tool sets.
After his journeys
Sheo's
is
Guide
over,
to
Sheo
Monsters.
is going to release a book called Sheo's Monster Compendium.
Could be
Sheo's
Shale's
guide to everything.
All sharks are waterbenders.
A lot of very incorrect information about all in that.
Yeah.
Sharks also have tentacles.
Yeah.
Beirut's
And
Tome of
also
Beirut's Tome
eels
of Foes.
specifically eat owlins.
The lost continent.
The lost continent. Like the end of Cher's character arc is going to be him leaving to find the lost continent, and then in like the epilogue,
That would
it's
mean
just
you became a
Cher's son.
father.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just Cher's son in the epilogue.
We need to find Sheo a ship.
It's like Finding Nemo, but reversed.
Yeah.
Son trying to find his father. Have you seen my dad?
It's in the lost continent beyond the sea. You're gonna have like a really old, grumpy, like fairy grandma who's just gonna be like, "I knew your dad once. He was a twat."
Next campaign is just Sheo's dad. All different characters except for Val, who from being a fairy has a very long life.
Yeah.
she's just
not even
exactly
aged.
the same. She's only aged mentally from dealing with us.
Yeah, I can see that. Sheo's son just walks up to this little old lady knitting on a porch. Have you seen me, Dad? Oh, I knew your father. He was an absolute fucking twat.
He should have been eaten by that shark.
If you find him, take this here analyzer statue and chop his arm off.
Like, yes, I know where your dad is. I fed him to the statue. He deserved it.
Then she goes, and if you find him, stabs you with one of her sewing needles. Give him that for me, will you? He knows what he did.
Meanwhile, Shale is just like somewhere on the other side of the earth, having a whole other adventure. A level 20
It's-
Owlin sorcerer who's forever on 1 HP.
who's trying to exterminate every shark in the planet.
Yeah.
He's hunting the great white eel that bit him so long ago.
It's
Fight
gonna
the
be
megalodon.
his crowning achievement is going to be his book called Sharks and You and How to Exterminate Them.
It's got mixed reviews.
Yeah.
It's a fiction novel.
One of the supposed pro tips is to specifically target sharks with Mind Spike.
Because they surely aren't smart enough to dodge it.
You need to make sure you stick your tongue out at them.
Just make sure you stick your tongue out at them, and then they'll come swimming for you. So be ready.
You just jump straight into that water. You have the advantage.
And make sure you take your ink bottles.
Recommended. Bring a fairy cleric with you. They act as good bait.
There's
Wait
gonna
a minute.
There's gonna be a review all the way in the back of the book, and it's gonna be like author reviews, and it's gonna be a review from Val, and it's just saying like 10 out of 10 this works.
All right. Are we going to hire a carriage, or are we going to?
We're going to go to the sea cave to also see if we can find the ship.
Ship. Right, the boat.
The vessel.
Das Boat.
That's boat.
Oh no, I could
Boot.
really use a nap.
Yeah, first we're
Get some
definitely.
food, get some food, and sleep.
You are gonna see how. Wait, I don't think I have spells. Fuck. Yeah, we should sleep.
Shadow's gonna come back to the merchant because like, did you know they sailed a submarine? It's at the bottom of the sea.
What's a submarine?
I don't know, but I think it's
Scale.
yellow.
Yeah,
It's yellow and it smells like pot. What's pot? I don't know.
it's also
It's
shaped
this
like
wonderful
a shark.
plant that grows in the Feywild. They make all sorts
I've
of stuff
never
out
heard
of
about
it.
that.
That's very different from weed. Anything that grows in the Feywild, do not smoke.
We satyrs as a species disagree.
Do not smoke fairy flower.
We already did.
No, fairy flower is what you bake with.
Oh.
Oh wait, I don't think I actually use my spells. Okay, if you are hungry, Kalias is going to kneel by one of those little weeds that sometimes pop out of the pavement. He's going to place his hands over it, and it's going to grow into a little tomato plant. It's going to harvest tiny tomatoes and hand those to you.
Cherry
It's like-
tomatoes?
You didn't
Yep.
use all your spell slots during
Wow.
the fight with the shark?
No, I used my favorite foes with not my spells because they were completely useless. Because I couldn't entangle him. So I have one left. So these are uses of Goodberry.
Imagine if you ever got close enough to the ocean bed that you could still use Entangle and then just drown him.
Are your good berries cherry tomatoes?
Yes.
I mean, they are nightshades. They're part of the
Aw.
nightshade family.
No.
So I have 10 berries. Each one heals 1 point and also provides a meal.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
I've got
That's why you
rations.
get a ranger.
I've got rations for 1 day.
You can also eat a tomato.
Num num num.
I mean, if it's enough,
You just in the background going num num num.
if it's big enough for like
Oh.
one meal, that'd have to be like a really huge heirloom tomato.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's like a very tiny tomato, but it's incredibly juicy.
There's so many calories in that one tomato.
Yeah.
If we get a barrel or something, can you make water?
I can make water be drinkable with brewer's kit, but I don't think I can make water.
Right, so we've been to the Merchants Guild, we've got our tools, I've got ink, which cost me 2 lungs. So now we can go sleep, and then we go to the sea cave, and then we go to what's it called? Comboles.
The accent. Whatever.
I'm so sorry. I just had to do it.
The accent comes out every time you say it. It's just it has to.
How do you actually spell it?
COLMBOLES.
Yeah,
Can you write that down, please?
I'll type it in Roll20.
My brain is too small for spelling.
Comboles.
Ole mole.
Please do realize my language never uses any spelling. Like, we don't need to spell things out. Because things are pronounced the way they're written, and written the way they're pronounced. So I can't process spelling. What?
Listen, I can't spell worth a shit.
That is canon. The entire party cannot read.
Yeah.
No, the party can read. We just suck at writing.
Oh, God.
They can't
Right.
read, they can't write, they can't reach the top shelf.
one of these is a major problem, and all the others are minor inconveniences.
The top
mean,
shelf is a major issue.
Yeah.
Canonically, Kallias has
Cookies are.
listened to many stories, but he hasn't read many, if any. So
Well, also for Balder, you did gather a little bit of information while you were in the library the other day.
All right.
You found out that there is a town where there is talk of a graveyard in which a bard lives who keeps track of the movement and selling of necromantic goods.
What's the name of this town?
That you didn't get. You just managed to glean that much information with what you rolled.
All right.
You didn't.
The town is called Unassuming.
Oh.
but it's like separate. It's like una assuming.
Unassuming. It's right next to Spookyville.
And it's Spookyville is like spook, and then it's like an
Halloween
apostrophe,
town.
and then evil.
The town's name is called Rutro.
Raggy. Raggy? Where are my resticles?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Like, pass that fairy flower, Scoob.
Do not smoke berry flower. It's a bad idea.
She would know because she was dealing in it.
Berry flower is one of the 3 components to make chaos powder.
Oh!
That is what you definitely don't want to smoke.
Can I smoke chaos powder?
It's a bad idea.
No,
Is
you
it
don't.
the same
You
as a
don't
chaos
smoke it.
bolt?
It's a powder. You snort it.
Oh, right.
No, you can
The
smoke
way I'm envisioning it, it's like just getting a random vape out of a store without any etiquette on it, so you don't know what's in it. That's my rationalizing of what chaos powder is.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's like one of those mystery flavored airheads where they just took the cut off remains of the rest of them to make a new bar. They just had the leftovers from the other vapes, and then they just filled up a new thing with the mix.
It's just a Walmart essentially, but it would be funny if chaos powder was like an item that you could get, and then it works the same as chaos bolt. You just roll a d8, and then that's the amount of damage you take with the according damage type.
No, what happens is you have to roll 3 D100s on the wild magic table.
Oh no!
It is
Fun?
pure chaos.
I don't know if you've ever played Pathfinder, but there's this substance called the black liquid.
When you take it, you draw
Which-
5 cards from the deck of many things.
No.
No.
This black liquid can either make you die in the most horrible ways or just turn you immortal.
Yeah.
And there's like
One
a
or the
lot of
other?
things that can happen. No, it's a lot of things that can happen, but those are two of the outcomes.
Now you say Black Ooze, but I immediately think of the Aliens prequel movies.
Well, I mean, most of the outcomes are you dying in horrible ways, like your flesh melting bones. So yeah,
I mean, it's worth the gamble.
it's worth a gamble. You could turn immortal.
With
90% of people quit before turning immortal.
Yeah, it's almost as dangerous as the sea cave.
You play as a chronomancer, and you drink it as soon as you start to die. Rewind time to before you drank it. Just constantly trying to gamble and losing the gamble.
I'm in a campaign where someone plays a chronomancer, and just the sheer pain in the voice of the DM whenever he's like, re-roll that.
All right, nap time.
Nap time.
Nap time.
So you guys
Eat
return
your
to the
tomatoes,
Wandering
kids.
Paths Tavern.
Do we get an extra discount because we're part of the Merchants Guild as well?
Actually, yes, you do.
Oh,
Oh, we're stacking those.
The discount is plus 15%.
The
Eventually, they'll owe us to stay there.
the room now, if you want to get the big group room, that will now cost you 5 gold total.
that
I'll
was
pay for
only
it.
4 gold beforehand.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
2 gold.
I thought it
No,
was.
it was
I
one
thought it
gold
was
apiece.
8 beforehand. Sorry.
You get a discount. It's no more expensive.
It was it was 6, and then it went down to 4. It was 2 gold apiece if we want our own rooms.
All right, so it'll be 3 gold for the big room then.
I'll pay.
No, I turned in the stuff, so I have 2 days worth. So now I have 2 days worth, and then 2 coins go into my pocket.
Oh.
That's how I work.
Using our minimum wage to pay for the rooms.
Yeah. It wasn't agreed upon. I'm using the money that we got from the mission to pay for the rooms.
This is totally fine. It's totally fine. I understand. However, you're still being judged.
Crow of judgment.
I'm the only reason you're alive.
It's
Greedy
like,
little fairy.
it's like you hand over the money, and even though he would have done the exact same thing, he's just looking at you like that from the corner.
I hand you the money, grab your hand, and make you put it up.
Then the look promptly disappears. It was just the fact that you were doing it.
He likes to feel like he has some responsibilities.
I have to feel included. Okay, so nap time.
Nap
Right.
time.
I want to eat something first.
All right,
Ah,
Jeb.
food.
Jeb's like,
Goodberry.
what would you like to eat for dinner then?
Fried shark.
All right. One moment. He comes out and there's this big slab of shark steak.
God.
And it's grilled. It's covered in lemon butter and garlic and all the other seasonings. It just smells fantastic. Grilled to perfection. And he lays it out for you. And it comes with a serving side of salad and fries. And he sets down for you a big mug of ale.
I devour. Just like that shark would have done to me.
Which it almost did.
Yeah, I think I got down to like 12.
Any of the rest of you want anything before you're off?
Yes.
I'm fine.
Do you have eel?
That I do. He comes out with eel kebabs.
Perfect.
I'm also going to ask for eel because it attacked me as well.
He gives you eel kebabs as well, and it's like eel meat with like tomato, and then eel meat, and then onion, then eel meat, then a whole slab of garlic, eel meat, and it's like drenched in lemon sauce and juice.
Do you want food, Val?
Do you want a
Good.
tomato?
There were like 3 tomatoes in my mouth, just in my cheeks.
The
You actually
heirloom,
get healed 3 points for that.
that
You are
good
no
berry,
longer bleeding.
that good berry heirloom tomato is bigger than Val is, so she's still just eating that.
Yeah.
Who knows? Next time there could be lemons.
When life
But
gives
you don't get to pick. Like it's just random.
I used the seed. I could influence it, but it's kind of random.
Oh, well, that was good. I think I'm going to hit the hay.
All right, another day passes. Have you guys been keeping track of how many days it's been?
I think it's about 3 days into the sea cave.
Because otherwise, how will you know when the moon's gonna hit if you're not keeping track of time?
I know when the moon's gonna hit.
Do we need to know? Wait a minute. Actually, I think I can tell the day. Nope, I can only tell the weather.
All right, so you guys get up in the morning, fresh and ready for a new adventure. You come down, and Jeb, the donkey man centaur, is down there. Hey, old folks, want breakfast before you head out for the day?
Yes, please.
What'd you like?
Mm.
I'll take like
Mm.
a ranch hand platter, eggs, bacon, sausage, the works.
All right, so he fixes up the dwarf a big platter of it's actually an omelet filled with sausage and bacon. He's got a big flapjack on the side. There's cheese melted over the top of it. And it's also stuffed with rice.
Sheo's going to turn up to the counter. He's going to drop on 1 copper piece for no reason, and it's going to be like fish.
He he hands you a grilled fish platter with chips, lemon garlic sauce, with of course your choice of like water, orange juice, or apple juice since it's first thing in the morning.
I would take apple juice.
Val
Please tell
wants
me he's drinking it
muffin.
with a straw.
You want fairy dust muffin?
I do not want fairy dust on my muffin.
What kind of muffin do you want?
Big muffin.
All right. Jeb hits a button and a big muffin just appears. It's about twice the size you are, Val. And it's
a
got
4-foot muffin.
banana, walnut, and chocolate chips in it with a peanut butter cream in the center.
The muffin is gone just as soon as it appeared.
Mushroom, please. Hit on the table.
All right. He gives you a bowl of sauteed mushrooms with some bit of egg and rice in there as well.
Chow down immediately.
Got a big day ahead of you, folks.
Yep, we're going to Colmboles.
Well eaten. He's talking about eaten.
See, so you boys are heading out for a bit. You too, Val?
Yep.
Well, of course, I hope you all have a very safe journey and you make it back to us soon.
There will be shark meat.
Val still has like just holding big chunks of muffin, her cheeks puffed out and filled. Bye. Just crumbled, falling out.
So are we going to the sea cave to get that wagon, or are we going to place?
I guess sea cave, but then we also have to like repair the wagon and we have to get a mule or something.
Yeah, if we just go rent one, I think we can already have like a somewhat something to move it, and it can also be pretty much stocked, right?
How expensive would it be approximately to like charter a wagon and like just rent one?
You guys could go and find where the stables are and ask.
All right, let's do that.
Or you can
Let's
even
do
ask
that.
Jeb, maybe.
We could ask Jeb to be our mule.
No.
That is rude.
Shay was going to drop another copper coin and the guy's going like, can you be a mule?
Now that's
He can only he can only say that because he has hooves too.
now that's offensive there.
Oh no!
Shayo is sorry, I say patting Shayo in the head. He's an outlander, they don't really know.
Shay's going to say, I'm sorry, I did it for the bit.
What's a bit?
That's a very, very offensive bit.
In fully in character, he's just gonna like look straight into the camera and he's gonna say, I did it for the vine.
Xbox appears. Jeb will remember this.
Yeah.
He's gonna serve you such bad breakfasts from now on.
Okay, let's actually go to the stables now though.
Avenger
I am also
Paul
actually
is on
leaving 2
table.
copper coins there, by the way.
It's an apology.
Yeah.
It's an apology, I'll leave you 50 cents after calling you a bitch. Let's go to the stables, yes. To meet Kalia's half family. They also have hooves.
Do they have goats?
Perhaps. Do they have goats?
We go to the stables.
No, they don't have goats at this stable since it's mainly for travel wagons, coaches, and horses. Because goats wouldn't be able to really pull all that much.
Do they have mules?
Yeah, they do have like mules.
How
I
much
don't know
for a
if you've...
mule?
It's pretty much about the same cost of as a horse, because you're paying more for the service.
Oh.
How much is a horse then?
If you're buying a horse, 75 gold pieces for a ride horse is base, so it'd be 1.5 times that in this town.
What
If
if
you're
we were to buy a mule?
Those are 12 gold pieces to buy.
That's more manageable, I suppose.
Yeah, and then we'd have to, probably pay to keep it stabled here, right?
Yeah, you'd have to find a place to stable it. You'd also have to make sure it's fed and watered and clean up
I mean,
after it.
Tomatoes?
Would we be able to pay like a a monthly fee to the stable to do all that basically?
Yeah, you could pay a fee to the stables to keep them.
I have a Netflix subscription at the stables.
Yep.
Um, okay, so I guess uh, upkeep for a cart and a mule would probably end up being more expensive than just renting a cart. But then again, we're gonna have to end up going places anyway, so maybe it will actually be less expensive to get a cart of our own.
All right, so essentially, the higher the service for a coach cab, it'd cost you 5 copper pieces per mile traveled.
They have a fucking
We're going per mile.
length thing measure on the mule.
The mule knows.
Taxi mule.
This is a taxi.
Yeah, it's essentially like almost like a taxi service.
We're being drawn by a tabaxi?
Okay, that's an amazing idea. No, I want to see that. The taxi.
That's offensive.
So how many miles away is called Bowl? You know what I mean.
Combolis, it's
10
10 miles away from where you guys are.
Okay, so that would be 10 miles there and then 10 miles back. So that would leave us at 40 copper pieces. So 4 silver.
It'd be 50 copper pieces one way and then 50 back.
Oh,
Because it'd be 5 copper pieces times 10 miles.
oh. So it's 1 gold then. Like in the end.
I mean, that's still pretty cheap.
That is pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's still way cheaper than buying one and having to house it. But also,
Right.
if we're going to be traveling a lot, it might just be a good idea to buy one anyway.
However, you are also liable for any damages that the cart and or mounts may incur during your trip.
Oh, we're going
Let's
to
buy a
get
new one.
So what are we saying?
Judging by
True.
how all of our adventures have been, we always arrive to the place we started very bloody. Each of us, except somehow Bal. So maybe it's a good idea not to have to pay for damages to the mule.
How much was it to buy a mule and a carriage again?
To buy the mule,
carriage
it
we
will
can
cost you
retrieve.
12 gold pieces. Depending on the size of the drawn vehicle, let's see. A cart would be about 22 gold pieces. A wagon would be 53 gold pieces.
And that's okay.
And that doesn't include stuff like feed per day, saddlebags, saddles.
See, there's the fine print.
Yeah, if you buy it yourself, you do have to supply everything else yourself also. Since you're renting them, you're given enough food for your trip and back.
But we have Goodberry.
We do have Goodberry. I could use one of my spell slots again. Well, Goodberry technically takes 24 hours, and I summoned it yesterday evening, so they should still be kicking.
Ooh.
So that's one of the costs eliminated, but we'd still have to buy the saddles and the saddlebags.
And then there's also, you have to pay for storage and...
Well, I don't think the stable or anything is going anywhere. It's probably still going to be here when we get back. I mean, if we get back. So
If
you never know.
I love how the barbarian is one who's like, if we return.
So I think we can save this for a later day. Don't you guys agree?
Okay.
maybe.
Then we go to Comboles with a rented cart. So we rent a cart for 1 gold because we're gonna have to travel 20 miles. Times 5 is 100 copper, which is 10 silver, which is 1 gold.
No, it's 10 miles, not 20.
But isn't
Well,
it
it's
like
10 mile each way,
10
right?
miles
Yeah,
each way?
it'd be 50 miles each way, which is a total of 100 miles
Wait.
altogether. Or, no, sorry, is 100 copper pieces altogether.
Yeah, so altogether 1 gold. So,
I'll pay it.
you pay? Okay.
All right, you pay the gold piece, and you guys get settled up with all the food for the travel. You get a cart that's decent size. It's not like super big or anything, but it's enough for all of you to sit down in. There's a 2-passenger seat up front, and a seat enough in the back for 4 people plus some travel equipment and luggage.
Okay, there's like a person who's holding the reins, right? We're not doing that.
Now you guys are in charge of that.
Oh. Does everybody know how to do that?
Animal handling, so that would be Kalias.
What?
You're steering, you're
That
driving.
sounded confident.
You're driving, Callius.
Okay, I can try. I've never driven a cart before, but I've read plenty of stories.
Oh no.
What do I need to roll for that?
I've read plenty of book titles.
Well, Kalias has only listened to stories, to be honest.
In Skyrim, it's only like 5 gold to get from place to place. It lied. Damn
Eli,
you, Todd Howard.
he gets away with it again. And our gold.
No.
You know what they say about the urns in the tombs? A septim's a septim.
I think Todd Howard's the guy who runs every single
Coming out
carriage.
next year, Skyrim Ultra Special Edition.
And it's gonna have like 2 mortars you can also get from the Nexus. Alright.
Now
we go?
included the pregnancy update.
Oh.
You have to pay child support.
Yeah. I mean, okay, this is actually funny. You know Starfield, right? There's a perk you
Yeah.
can pick at the start of the game. It's basically like a character feature you can pick. It's called Kid Stuff, and it basically means your parents are alive and well and kicking, and you can visit them. However, you have to send a part of your income over every day
Why?
to pay for their pensions because it's like kind of corporate government where they live, so they don't have any premiums, which means that they have to pay for that themselves. So yeah.
Are your parents considered essential NPCs? Can you commit parricide?
I haven't tried this.
We'll get to it. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna start it up now, but I'll get back to you on that. I am carrying several fragmentation grenades.
As one should. Okay, why do I need to roll to conduct the meal?
Animal handling, yeah.
All right.
And because you've never
and
driven a
guidance.
cart before, disadvantage.
Well, assist cancels that out, and guidance.
So it's 10 plus a d4 from guidance. That is a 12.
It's a bit
Drive
of
off the road and if one dies.
It's a bit of a rocky start. You might have scraped a couple buildings, knocked over a couple barrels on the way out, but you managed to stay on the road.
Perfect.
Yay.
The cart is upright. That is what your achievement is. The cart is upright.
Let's move along, chauffeur.
So now the idea is that we travel for 3 days, right?
Does it really take
the
3 days
way-
to get 10 miles? Maybe 2 max, like 1.5 maybe.
The way Kalias is going to get the mule to walk is to sit on top of it, pull off his flute, and play this song. That's what's happening.
Wait, which one? What's the song? Oh no.
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 The
Hey, am I
entire
gonna make
time.
my cry?
All right.
Oh.
It's it's a bit of a journey, but you guys are able to make it there within a day because it's only 10 miles. It's not terribly far, but it does eat up about half of the day roughly to get there.
Val is going to be sewing in that time.
I'm gonna test out my calligraphy tools.
You guys see Val like she's pulling out a little like sewing kit, and then you see her pull out a little like pin cushion, and it's a rag doll with like black wisps of magic coming off of it. At some point in time, this was a voodoo doll.
Oh no.
Oh,
Is it still? You don't know.
All right.
Does it look like anyone we know?
This will probably be a good point to take a quick break for food bio. So 15 minutes everyone. Stretch your water, eat your legs, drink your food. We'll
Alright.
be right back.
By the way, I want to say, you guys are probably, everyone in this call is probably fully aware, but I live in Europe, and over here at one of the supermarket chains, they sell American-style chocolate chip cookies, and I have bought a packet, and I'm addicted.
How?
I don't know, they just taste really good.
Wait,
What?
are you talking? Is that from Aldi or somewhere like that?
It's
'Cause
from
I think I've seen those.
it's from the Lidl.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. I've tried those. They're nice.
Can I
They're
ask?
also I don't understand why they're American style. They're just
Yeah.
cookies.
What's the difference between normal chocolate chip cookies and American style?
Absolutely none. I read them and they are not made in the US at all. They're
No,
like made in the Netherlands.
They just put
actually-
corn syrup in it. Is that it?
But I don't know. It's just that, like, I guess they are specifically made to look like those stereotypical cookies you would see in a cartoon, you know? So maybe that's it.
Oh. God bless America.
But it's really good. And there's there's 12 in a packet. I have it on my desk, which was a mistake.
Actually sent a picture of them to an American friend like, how are this American? Please explain.
How American? Please please, I understand.
Wait, what brand are they?
They are from Sondi.
How do you spell that?
Like Sony, except with a D here.
Ah.
It's Sondi. It's not even Sony. It would be Sony.
It's like a
Yeah.
bootleg Sony version.
It's bootleg Sony.
Those look nothing like the cookies I'm used to seeing. They look. It's like a mixture between like a Chips Ahoy and a normal cookie, or like a
Yeah,
puff cookie.
that's pretty much
Wait.
how I remember them.
But you don't understand. They come with 50% chocolate chips.
It's actually not the same brand I saw, but the brand I saw is this one. Let me.
God bless
Oops.
capitalism. Oh.
Capitalism is surely a thing that exists.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
It's so funny to look at the top of this packet and then turn to the side, and it's just Dutch on the side.
The ones I read, so the ones I found read this. 40% chocolate chips, American cookies, made in the Netherlands. Immediately after, with chocolate, not from the EU.
Oh no!
Where are these from? They're American cookies that are made in the Netherlands, but the chocolate's not from the EU, obviously. So what the heck is this?
What kind of amalgamation?
Yeah.
At some point, I don't even know if they still have it. There used to be a website where you could order like a bunch of different countries' representation of American snacks,
Ooh.
and it was like a special box they had, and I don't think they have it anymore. But holy shit, is American food nothing like what other countries say it is?
There's a sauce here in the Netherlands that you can buy at the supermarket, which is called American friet sauce, which means like American fry sauce, and it's supposedly like American mayo.
But mayo is not American.
It's supposedly American style mayo, and it's just mayo with a bunch of extra spices in it, so so it tastes nothing like mayo.
Is that just
Yeah.
ranch?
No, but you want to talk about ranch game? The Midwest has ranch game. A lot of the restaurants you'll find, like American fast food chains, a lot of their signature sauces are just mayo mixed with like some sort of like ketchup or barbecue or mustard, and then a little bit of spices.
That's tasty. Works well.
I think we have the mayo mustard mix of spices that they call American mayo here.
It might be. I don't know. American fast food is so. it's. Oh, it's so interesting.
I once asked my American friend if he could define what animal style was, and he couldn't.
Animal
So-
All right, so I don't live anywhere near the West Coast, which is where In-N-Out is. But animal style is like sautéed onions, like caramelized onion, with Thousand Island sauce. I think is what it's supposed to be.
Oh, I've never had Thousand Island sauce.
Me neither.
It is. It's like a tangy, not quite mayo, but also like a little. It has like the creaminess to it.
A Miracle Whip.
Okay.
What?
Do you guys know about Miracle Whip?
What's Miracle Whip?
What is
Miracle
Miracle
Whip?
Whip?
Miracle Whip was what happened when an American company was basically they were adding more sugar and less actual food products. So the FDA, which is the Food and Drug Administration in America, which like governs our food and our medicine and stuff like that, they got so many complaints from like actual food companies because they're like, hey, they're selling this really like sugary, addictive version of mayo. It doesn't have enough egg and oil in it to be called mayo. So the
Right.
FDA was like, yeah, we'll make them call it something else because it's not actual mayo because they put so much other shit in it.
That
And
is
now
the
they
same
call
that
it
happens
Miracle
to
Whip.
Subway bread in Ireland. It
Yeah.
is legally considered a cake because of the amount of sugar in it.
We have something similar here with chocolate sprinkles. Basically, it's common practice here, specifically for kids, to eat chocolate sprinkles on bread with butter.
Hagelslag.
Yes.
For however that's pronounced.
You want to have it on my best Dutch? It's hagelslag. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's chocolate sprinkles, and yeah. It's basically at some point companies started making them with light chocolate and then like milk chocolate, and they kept adding more sugar, and then at some point the food inspection was like, That ain't chocolate anymore because it was basically like 1% cocoa, and then they had to rename it
The
and rebrand.
majority, so candy bars in America are almost all chocolate. There's like a couple that aren't chocolate or like some variety. And the reason that the word candy bar even exists is because companies don't want people to know that they can't legally call it a chocolate bar.
Oh,
I just want to say that I've tried exactly once in my life an American candy bar. It was a Hershey's chocolate bar. Why does it taste like puke?
So Hershey's chocolate is incredibly delicious if you grew up in America because they put a specific type of chemical in it that is highly addictive. But if you're not used to it, it tastes awful.
Yeah, it's butyric acid. It's the
Yeah.
same as your puke.
It is delicious.
It tastes like puke.
that
Mm-mm.
sounds really not nice.
Hershey's chocolate is delicious, and I grew up on that shit, and I will
The
die.
only way I can explain it is like it takes like really good chocolate, and then you get a hint of puke, like
No.
as an aftertaste. It's very weird.
I always thought it was a bit of a chalky aftertaste.
I mean, you grew up eating it, so it's going to be a different taste to you. But Hershey's spends millions of dollars every year to lobby to make sure that in order to something to be legally considered chocolate, it is the percentage they want because their chocolate bars are borderline not able to be called chocolate. They
Right.
keep like 1% above the mark. So they have to spend a ton of money to make sure they can call it chocolate. Otherwise, they have to call it a chocolate flavored candy.
And that wouldn't sell the same numbers.
I mean, people really don't care that much, to be honest. Marketing is encroached in people's minds.
Yeah,
so
they
deeply.
would care if like you pulled back the veil. It's like that episode of SpongeBob where he like splits the Krabby Patty in half and it's just like gray mush.
Yeah.
Without all
Where's
your
the
smoke
love?
and mirrors. They wouldn't be able to stomach your garbage.
But people do know a lot about how many fast food stuff is garbage, and they still go and consume it.
Don't
But
make fun
I-
of McDonald's.
But
I was
think-
going to talk about how McDonald's fries taste good because they add a certain
I'm
lactic
also not a
protein
fan
to
of
the oil.
McDonald's.
I
don't really
liked
like it.
McDonald's when I was a kid, but now I don't like it like at all. It's so flavorless. I was like,
I eat everything.
my theory with that is just like it's good when you have underdeveloped taste buds because it's not a lot of overpowering flavor. If you're still developing taste buds.
Listen, I've had everything from like the most American backyard barbecue cookouts to escargot to sauerkraut. I've had octopus. I've had cockroaches.
the cockroach.
Dope. Honestly,
I
that
have
sounds like a good dinner. All of
I have
those
a
together.
ridiculous, the strange palate. I will try anything. I have very developed taste buds. McDonald's is goated. You shut up. Salt,
You know,
fat. That's it.
Speaking of McDonald's, I got this funny story where I convinced someone. This was back when, like, blending items had their own names for people. Where what was like McGangbang was like a McChicken stacked onto a McDouble.
Yeah.
I convinced someone that there was a thing called a McOrgasm, which was a McChicken, a McDouble, and then with what was it? I told him that you had to stick French fries in it, and then you put a McFlurry over the top of the bun, like the
Ew.
lower end of the
This is
bun.
giving me a stomach ache.
Yeah.
And they tried it. So like, is that a thing? I was like, yeah. Like, man, I gotta try that.
I'm a smorgasbord, basically.
My prized memory with Burger King. I know we're not talking about Burger King, but I was just thinking about this. My prized memory about Burger King is when I once got back from a pride parade with my boyfriend, and then we were walking back over the street of this really crowded city, and then like a bike sped by as we were walking into Burger King because we were hungry as fuck because it was late in the evening. And then it was like speeding by, it said gay ass, and then 2 seconds later, the bike turns around and speeds the other way as a a fucking cop motorbike starts running after them.
I stopped going to McDonald's because it betrayed me as a kid. I used to go there as a way to get cheap and shitty food, taste nice. And then they went all healthy on me and started adding like apple wedges into my Happy Meals. I used to get shitty toys of movies from there, and now I get apple wedges instead.
Dude,
you have betrayed my trust as a kid.
Their toy game is garbage these days.
Yeah, the toys used to be
Pops.
real nice. Now they're just like little standees that don't do nothing.
They're like paper cutouts, and it's like, oh man, I used to have
They
like
used to have like little.
Transformers and shit.
I used to
Then
get like
Game
Pokemon
& Watch
cards and
stuff.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards in them too sometimes.
Some of those would even be playable.
I remember when Burger King actually had like those 24-karat golden Pokemon cards that you could buy for like the first movie.
Yeah, the huge collectors stuff.
Yeah, there's like a Mewtwo, Jigglypuff, Pikachu, and a couple others. I think I had like the Mewtwo, the Pikachu, and I think I had Jigglypuff in the golden cards. Oh, and Burger King also did like those collector's goblets for the Lord of the Rings. Those were amazing.
So McDonald's did a Shrek one, but they had to recall a bunch of them because there were poisonous chemicals that the factory used to make them.
Oh, and remember when
That's
McDonald's
completely on brand for Shrek.
made its
That is true.
own cartoon series about Ronald McDonald and his adventures?
Oh, God.
No,
Sounds
but no, I want
horrible.
to see that.
No, it's goated. What do you mean?
It is-
Sunday, the creepy looking dog.
It was great. I had,
You gotta see Sunday.
you know, Dalton, I think your mom actually bought me every single one of those movies in that collection.
Yeah, we had them too on VHS.
I think there was like a point where from McDonald's you could get like Britney Spears and NSYNC VHSs from McDonald's also. Because of like some weird collab they did with it.
Cue Kalia's voice. What's a VHS? I do know what it is. I'm not that young.
It's a very horrendous spell.
Oh,
That was Ronald.
It's an STD.
that's fucking terrifying. What do you mean?
That's his dog. That's Ronald McDonald's dog.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
You
hold on.
know,
this isn't even
Because, you know,
it's terrifying.
the machine was always broken, so it made sense.
Fucking Five Nights at Freddy's ass, dog.
No, he's huge.
Oh my
I didn't even know
God.
this existed.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a whole series about, and there was like even like the Island of Grimaces episode and everything. There was like 5 or 6 of these VHS tapes.
Wait,
Yeah.
does Grimace having his own island imply that Grimace lives in a tribal society?
Yeah,
Yes,
they
it's
were a
literally
whole tribe of
tribal.
people. Yeah. And they all spoke with the
Why?
same voice, and they were talking about the volcano being angry and exploding on them or something.
That's
It
some
was-
fucking eldritch horror shit.
It was not okay, actually, now that I
No,
think about it.
definitely.
No.
And they were like being robbed blind by pirates for like their island of gold because they lived in an island of gold, essentially. It was like El Dorado.
What the fuck?
Why is Ronald McDonald a white savior? This-
Dear fucking God.
It was actually really enjoyable when I was a kid.
So I've
when
heard
you're a
that
kid, you can swallow a lot of things. Like
an actor for Ronald McDonald, if the kids ask, they can't say where the meat came from. If a kid asks,
They can't
So
say
funny.
it came from an animal.
right?
Because it
Okay,
doesn't.
that's funny.
They can't legally say it comes from an animal when it doesn't.
McDonald's, when like there was a while they were being accused of having mealworms instead of actual beef. They actually put out the statistics. They were like, no, it would be more expensive if we did that. And people are like, "Why do you know that?
He
Why do you
retains
know that?"
better
McDonald
with
did
They
that.
checked. Oh, I'm sure they checked. All right, we back.
Yeah, is everyone back and good to start?
Yep,
Yeah.
here's Chief Grimace.
Oh dear God.
Oh God.
I can't.
He looks so angry.
He was angry in that picture.
He was.
As a person who couldn't afford cable as a kid, I watched a lot of bootleg shows and weird stuff like Korean anime, and this feels like that.
Yeah, essentially,
Nah.
like the whole plot was like the Grimaces were mistreated and people kept trying to steal their gold and stuff like that. So all together, the Grimaces stomped on the end of the landmass and broke it away from the mainland.
Okay.
Well, I never even knew this show existed.
Oh, it's a trip. You gotta watch it.
Oh, there's also like a wonderful Halloween one that they do where they go to like a haunted house.
Oh no.
Like I said, there's like 5 or 6 of these VHSs.
That's like way more than 2, which is surprising.
Yeah, like even Hamburger was part of the group. Like you can see him right there behind Ronald's hair.
There's even like
Wait.
the chicken nuggetlings and
Yeah.
stuff.
There's actually one more prized memory that now comes to mind, and it's the time that we walked through the Mac Drive after 10 at night. That's the only thing I remember about the Mac Drive.
Uh-oh. Man, we used to have 24-hour McDonald's. COVID took it from us.
24-hour McDonald's.
24 hours.
We
Who's,
never had 24 hours.
who's buying a
Drive-thru is
McDouble at 6 a.m.?
Oh
Dude,
boy,
you
6
don't even
a.m.
know. So many people, man. Dude,
And let me
Why?
tell
late
you,
night Taco Bell runs were like the sleepover thing.
there's definitely a select people that they hire to work overnight. They won't let them work the day shift.
Yeah.
See, the rule here is you would have like McDonald's at night, but past a certain point, you just go for churros.
Hey Squidward, I'm cleaning the ceiling at night.
Night.
Nah, listen, there's no better feeling than being able to drive up to your local McDonald's at 3 o'clock in the morning, order a Big Mac, and crack.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
This reminds you of that one time one of my friends was so angry at McDonald's. He turned up to high school and he looked me dead in the eye and he said, "If I could commit one crime and get away with it, I would go to McDonald's in the dead of night, steal all of their oil, and leave."
Just
And his whole reason
take
was
off
that
with
the
their oil?
management would like come to work and they would have a freak out because they wouldn't have any oil. And we lived like in a small town, so they would have to drive to the next city over to get oil.
talk about small petty crimes.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. It's not even bad.
Because like my manager at work talks all the time about the fuel center mysteriously catching fire
Oh my god.
because it's uncontrollable over there. It's constantly causing problems. It's like it's where we send all our problem employees is over there, and it's technically under us as the front end.
Okay, do you want to hear something crazy?
Oh,
Because your story reminded me of that. A 41-year-old man has already so a dude broke into a Burger King and drank gallons of cooking oil.
what the fuck?
Why? What?
Who
What for?
knows? Who knows?
America.
America.
That has to be lethal. That
This is
can't
what
be
we
good.
have freedom for.
Oh my God! It is Florida.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
And now that reminds me again of the one SpongeBob episode where like the whole restaurant devolves into just selling raw oil. Just deep
41
fried oil.
41-year-old man broke into a Miami-based Burger King to drink gallons of cooking oil.
Now with
What the fuck?
extra flavor.
What the fuck?
I feel
Oh, he's a big guy
simultaneously
too.
sorry for that man and very concerned that people like that exist.
This is why George Washington sacrificed himself for our sins.
Wait,
Oh, actually, you know what? Now I'm just reading it. This is fake.
No.
You can trust
No.
anything fake.
No.
You trusted the
why?
internet.
Why are they allowed to put lies out there?
If it's
But the
on the
fact that
internet,
they-
it has to be true.
But the
That's
fact that
the
they said it
rule.
was in Florida made it almost believable.
Yeah, when he said it was in Florida, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, hold on. So he said, upon arriving at the restaurant, they found a 510-pound Romeo Carter chugging down oil directly from the deep fryers. Yeah, that's not happening.
No.
No, because that his insides would be deep fried.
I mean, if the deep fryers weren't on.
Right. But anyway, on a lighter note, shall we continue?
Yeah, just let me do a couple shout outs real quick. Thank you, Transcending Ember, for dropping in and listening. And thank you, Kit Fox, for showing up. We appreciate all that support. All right, now back to the game. All right, so you guys are free to talk in character on the carriage ride or do anything that you want during this time that you like while you have some downtime.
I would like to test out my calligraphy set.
Sure, it doesn't seem like a bad idea. Calligraphy on a bouncing, moving cart.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Um, I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use my calligraphy set to do one singular chapter about the hidden continent to which my dad has disappeared.
Which all Alan's dads disappear.
Yeah, obviously, and how this is such a common truth that entire folk tales have been written about it. They have not.
Val is sewing together a couple little dolls. One with a suspicious amount of black feathers attached to it.
No.
One with horns and a couple of flowers in its hair. And the other with just a beard. You hear a lot of cursing and mumbling.
Val's idea of a dwarf is just a beard that walks.
Yes.
Yep.
It's just muscle and beard.
According to my calculations, dwarves are actually living facial hair with attached bodies that they have grown to take control of, much like a parasite or fungus.
Why do you think there's a thing called beard gold? Why do you think we put the gold in our beard?
Weird goal.
Pocket bacon.
Balder is going to, while we're traveling, find a rock that's like big enough, hefty enough to put in the palm of his hand, and he's going to use the mason's tools, and he's going to like try to chisel like a face onto it.
If you guys want to roll checks on those.
That's dexterity that's like a sleight of hand for calligraphy, right?
Yeah.
Can I just use the mason's tools things?
Yeah, it'll tell you what to roll for it. It should say there's like a specific roll that it takes.
I'm gonna use guidance on myself because I can do that because I'm cool. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Came out to, I just got a nat 20.
Oh. didn't
Let's
e-
go.
I didn't even get 6-9. I got 9-6.
That's the funnier part of of the position. Is just you put your neck into the other person's ass.
And it's just completely ineffective.
When you
I
get
mean,
mad,
maybe there's a kink for that.
it's when you guys get mad at each other midway through.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to roll the natural one.
Break the rock in your palm.
All right, so
I just
imagine, if you will, Boulder sitting there with his masonry toolkit, and he's like, ch ch ch, and he smacks it, and after about 10 hours of work, it's just a smaller rock. It came out like the exact same, just a bit smaller.
You see Val in the corner with the little bearded doll smashing a fake little pebble. Like,
I mean, they call me Stone Crusher for nothing.
Meanwhile, I'm just continuously playing the flute, the same tune over and over to drive the donkey mule.
Is there an insanity check or anything that we got to roll?
I'm already insane. I don't need to roll for that.
think we're all insane.
I think it's just a wisdom save for your insanity check.
Which, funnily enough, Vol and I are the most likely to pass that one.
I mean, it's completely in character that Sheo would be very prone to insanity.
You don't say.
I wonder why.
Velma has 3 scarily accurate dolls of each of you.
Yeah, Vel sitting there with dolls that look like almost exact replicants of you guys, just like in chibi style.
Oh.
Reduced in size, overly exaggerated features.
Obviously, you're going to be using mine to give me many hugs, right?
You see just stabbing a pin into it.
Nah! Do I take damage?
No, she hasn't poured any curse magic into it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just takes psychical damage.
Even so,
It's
like,
only a matter of time.
like Sheo sees it happen, and like the moment you stab pin into it, he's going like really dramatically, just gonna clutch his heart, he's gonna be like, "Ah." Like squirming in the back of the cart.
Alright, so after about a 10-hour cart ride, you guys finally arrive in a small town off onto the edge of a small woods.
At some point, you guys didn't realize, probably because the droning of the music was so much, but Kalias has literally fallen asleep.
Still playing the flute.
Yeah, he's just
I mean,
going.
Probably he stopped at some point, but he's like.
Sounds like someone blowing into a slide whistle one. As he breathes into it.
Okay, so do we arrive at Comboles?
I thought it was 3 days.
No, it's
Comboles.
10 miles.
Ah.
And a mule can travel about 25 to 30 miles in a day, so it took you about half a day. But you guys can travel 10 miles in a day.
Well, at least nothing crazy happened.
Don't give him ideas.
As you guys pull up to the town, there seems to be a lot of shouting coming from inside the village.
Wait, can we see
Oh,
where the
no.
shouting is coming from?
Your wagon comes to a stop. This is a small and quaint, quiet village. One would think that nothing much ever happens here. The town appears to be in uproar, however, at this moment. Townspeople seem to be arguing off by one of the main buildings in the town, trying to decide their next course of action. You see a strong and well-built middle-aged woman, tiefling, arguing with a smaller and older halfling man. The halfling is saying, "Look, the village has failed. People are vanishing. We can't stay here. People are just going missing right out of their homes. No one is coming to help us." The tiefling woman has charcoal black skin, and she's kind of arguing, "We can't just abandon this town. Our people have lived here for years, generations. We can't just give up and run away. Those people might still be out there and need our help."
So, who wants to
So-
be the hero first?
Should we just, drive past and look for the alchemist?
It's
No,
gonna
no problem.
ride past the village.
Not my town, not my problem.
I'm the one driving, and I'm going to because I can't let people be feeling bad. So yeah, or fucking mad house of a of a cart is going to slowly get close to them.
The third walk to starts playing again, and you just immediately start playing your flute.
No, he's not playing the flute right now because he just woke up and he's incredible. You can see like big sleepy bags under his eyes.
Oh,
Right. So you guys pull up to the villagers. And they kind of stop arguing long enough, and the little halfling man's like, "Look, just let's put this off for now. We have guests." And the tiefling one's like, "Yes, we don't want to drive these ones off like you did the last ones." "Oh, that wasn't me. That was you."
That sounds very promising and all, but what's wrong? What's ailing you? This little town?
The halfling goes, "Oh, there's not much going on. You guys don't have to worry yourselves with that." The tiefling woman kind of smacks his shoulder. "No, people have been coming up missing for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks."
I look at Sheo.
waarin con boiler. No, that's not what he says. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so people been going missing.
Do you think it's related to that continent?
No, the continent's an Owlin thing, and these people are tieflings.
Maybe they have their own version of it.
Well, I mean, there's one tiefling, yeah.
Um,
You think we're counting?
I okay, well, also, hold on, for 1 second, can I say one thing? I just looked at the detect thought spell, and it has a material component, a singular copper piece, which means a penny for your thoughts.
Nice.
Anyway, well, I don't know about where the Tiefling continent is. I would reckon it's somewhere in the Nine Hells.
Oh, that's bad.
Tiefling cop, what are you talking about?
Is there a way we can maybe help? We're Avengers.
Oh.
The halfling's like, "Don't trouble yourself." And the tiefling smacks his shoulder again. "We would welcome any help you travelers can give us."
Real quick, just want to make sure there's no sharks, right?
This is the middle of the land.
Are they
No.
eels here?
That one shark had tentacles and arms and legs. They could have gone over here. Just want to make sure it's not a shark.
Val just has her head in her hands. Can someone please just get a structured sentence as to what's actually happening? There's bits, there's pieces. Somebody put them together before we agree to anything.
People are going missing. That's reason not to help.
Right, the tiefling woman's speaking. "We're not really sure what's going on. We can't do much ourselves. We're a small village who essentially we provide lumber to the nearby towns. There's not much we can do. We're trying to figure out what's going on ourselves, but we haven't had much luck. People are disappearing from their homes in the middle of the night."
Is it some
the
specific
alchemist
type
still
of
here?
people?
Not as far as we can tell. It's just people in the town just vanish.
And are there, like, when you say vanish, like, actually just disappear without a trace, or is it like some kind of indicator that someone has gone missing?
Well, they're just, they don't show up to work, and when we go to check on them, the house is empty.
Is
Give
there
me-
something in common with the people who have disappeared?
No, it's just
Like-
random people in town. The
And
the halfling responds with, kind of cuts her off. "It probably has something to do with that damn alchemist."
of course.
What's wrong with the alchemist? We're actually looking for him.
The tiefling gives out a sigh, and she's like, there's no evidence that it has to do with anything with the alchemist. He was passing through. He stopped for some rest here, tried to ponder off some of his wares. He's actually missing too. There's no evidence that it's him taking anyone. That happened after he got here. That might be more of a coincidence than an actual cause.
Circumstantial evidence, Your Honor.
Right.
No, my name is Callias.
Oh god. Are there maybe some houses we could check to see if there's like signs of a struggle or something?
The tiefling woman kind of takes charge. Yes, we can take you to their homes and have you guys look around if you think you can do anything to help.
Can we get a list of like names of everybody and like in order of when they were taken?
Also, how long has this whole thing been happening?
About 2.5 weeks.
And you
And
never
how
went.
often does someone disappear?
Like
Once a day, twice a day?
once every couple nights or so.
So how many people are missing?
Making the tiefling do math.
Yeah, does the tiefling know how to count? This is very important.
8 of them, including the alchemist.
Okay.
And they have nothing in common.
No, it's just random villagers. I mean, it's every species, but we're a small town. I mean, there's not a lot to pick from.
I mean, like, so it's both the old, young, and middle, whatever. Like, there's no discrepancy on age.
No, there doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, well, okay. I guess we just need to start looking around a house or two and then maybe start looking in the area.
Can you take
I
us to
mean-
the last place where someone disappeared from? The last house?
Yes, if you'd follow me. She takes you to a house closer to the edge of the woods. She goes, last person taken was from here.
Val's going to ritual cast Detect Magic.
All right. You don't detect anything magical around the house. The house itself and everything around it seems rather mundane.
Might as well go in.
Scene safety. You should always check the scene. Check around the house. Check to see if anyone entered from the house. Whether something, there's glass broken. It was broken in from the outside or the inside. You see like a little detective cab.
All right. However you guys want to look over the scene, choose how you want to study it, and go ahead and take a roll for the outside of the house. You can choose investigation, perception, or anything else that you think might work if you're looking for anything specific.
I will do investigation.
I will
Yeah.
also do investigation.
I will do
use-
perception and have a walk around.
I'll use guidance on myself.
I will use investigation to see if there's any big footprints around.
Which one did I get? Which one? I saw an
Actually,
I saw that.
Can I use
Yeah.
survival for that? Can I use survival to look for
Oh,
footprints?
I could survival to look for footprints, yes.
Yeah, you can roll survival to look for footprints.
I'm actually gonna do that. That's a good idea.
I
I
got
rolled a
14.
26. Is there
All right.
footprint?
Looking around, there doesn't really seem to be any footprints on the ground. The outside of the house seems fairly intact. It seems like there's mostly just normal foot traffic has been around it. You can't really pick up anything. However, Sheo, as you're walking by one of the windows, you feel something kind of onto your shoulder, and you look over and there's a bit of slime.
Oh, not again.
More slime.
on your shoulder.
Nickelodeon mode.
And you look up and you see like there's a small bit of a trail that runs across the roof and up over into the chimney.
Ho ho ho! We're gonna kind of like call everyone over to the slime trail, and I'm just gonna point it out.
Callias, on top of that, you might not find any footprints, but you do find a small bit of powder outside of the house, leading either to or from the woods.
I'm going to come back to my friends to tell them that.
Ah, the game's afoot.
No,
Val's
there was
gonna,
no feet. There was no footprints. It can't be a foot.
Val's going to collect a sample of the powder and the slime. I'm sure the alchemy kit has little jars and stuff like that.
It does.
Does the slime seem fresh? Like, does it dried out a little bit, or
It still has retained quite a bit of its goopiness, so it's relatively fresh. This person, the tiefling will inform you that this person had disappeared yesterday, in fact, just before you guys had arrived.
Something wicked this way
let's
comes.
go in. Let's check and see what's in the chimney.
Okay.
How do you think it got off the chimney if it's a slime? Maybe it's still
Well, how
up there.
did it? I mean, if it can get on the roof, I'd imagine it'd be able to get up the chimney, right?
Kalias copies the expression of Valen says, "The game's a hoof."
Oh.
I like to
Okay.
think Val has made 2 little deer stalker caps, and now Callias and Val are walking around looking like
The thing is,
Sherlock
I
Holmes.
actually have horns, so they're piercing the little.
Yeah, they're
So-
piercing the little flaps.
Which one of you Sherlock and which one of you is Holmes?
Both.
Sheo is not gonna like join anything. He doesn't even have a cap. He's not even looking around. He's just kind of like following after the two of you with mimicking the expression. And just goes there's there's trouble at Talon.
Also, weird fucking fact, but I personally know the heir to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's a friend of mine. It's a very weird thing.
Wait, what do you know?
The heir to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It's a friend of mine.
Oh,
It's
The
very
heir
weird.
to a literary empire.
It's a great thing to say at parties for him.
Great icebreaker. But no one ever knows what to say afterwards. All right, so you guys, the tiefling opens the door for you guys. It's not kept locked because it's a small town. There's no real reason for them to lock the doors. Most of the people in this town don't own anything worth stealing.
Wait, if the door wasn't locked, why did it go through the chimney?
okay.
Damn good reason.
The game's a boot.
It's Santa Claus.
Maybe it didn't have hands.
The game's a tentacle.
This is gonna keep deforming. The game's a ooze.
All right, so the tiefling opens the door for you guys and lets you in. It's a small, like 3-bedroom log cabin, essentially. There's the main room, which has like a dining area, a small kitchenette, a place for them to cook. You see the chimney, and then there's 2 other rooms that are currently the doors are open and it looks like they might be bedrooms inside of there. Or one's a bedroom, one's a storage closet.
Val is going to take a look around the chimney with an investigation check. With guidance. 17.
All right, do any of the rest of you want to roll anything?
I'm gonna I'm gonna look around specifically for an ooze trail, and I'm gonna do investigation as well, I suppose. Um,
I'm going to do again a survival check because I want to
wait.
see where the ooze went, and that's a 13 survival check.
Can I do like a perception check to look in like the bedroom and see if there's anything weird in there?
Yeah.
Or should that be investigation?
However you want to roll it.
Sheo rolls like a god outside of combat. What is this?
It's just like my other character, the other campaign. It's like I usually play utility characters.
And the habit just stuck, huh?
Steel monkeys.
Yeah.
You went from
Alright.
steel monkey to pain bird.
Yeah.
So, Val's looking around the chimney, and she kind of like slides in up and looks up the chimney, and she can see like something had kind of shoved and pushed its way down inside through the chimney and then came out. You guys do manage to find there is a small little puddle at the bottom of the chimney and little drops of the slime-like substance leading over to the bedroom. Though it's a lot of it has kind of seeped through the floorboards and it's kind of more just left a slightly darker stain on the wood flooring. So it's kind of hard to tell that it's there. But the most prominent one is the one that's in the chimney because it doesn't really soak into the stone as well. Boulder, you kind of peek into the bedroom. Fairly standard medieval style bedroom. There's like a little wooden bed with a small down mattress. There's like one sock drawer, one wardrobe. And overall, that seems to be it. There doesn't really seem to be anything particularly standing out to you, just glancing into the room.
All right.
Ah, something has slipped down the chimney, I see. We could be dealing with a crazed, jolly-bellied lunatic.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds scary.
I think his name is Santi Leclaus.
Must be a fairy thing.
Yep.
Sandy Claus!
Okay.
Ooh, I'm really scared.
Could be a slug. Just one really big slug.
Weed big snail.
No, a snail could never fit the shell down the chimney.
Yeah.
Maybe he was looking for a new house.
Do you think there could be a snail that's big enough to make a house at shell?
A
This
hermit
tiefling really
snail.
regret-
Yeah. Is the tiefling watching all this?
Yeah.
Just like, what are these idiots doing?
These are the adventurers that we got.
Like they were hoping for like like a diamond in the rough mercenaries, and what they got is just the short stacks, and it's just yeah, it's not nice.
She's kind of watching on and like, well, I mean, you get what you pay for. This is what happened to come around. We take what we can get.
Wait, we're being paid?
Exactly.
Possibly later.
They got what they paid for.
Callius, you said there was a trail leading off to the woods.
Yeah, I saw a weird trail going to the woods. Probably whatever was here.
Bell holds up the powder sample, and this, powder and slime. What could that be? Seriously, what could that be? Anyone know?
No clue.
Maybe it's pixie dust.
I would recognize pixie dust.
Can I snort?
I
the
thought you
powder
weren't a
breath?
pixie.
Doesn't mean I haven't had to deal with them.
You can attempt to if you want to.
Oh my god.
I want to take a little bit of powder, and I'm committing to this. Let's see, how much HP do I have? 16. That's enough. I'm gonna
You only have 16.
yeah.
What's your constitution?
It is 12.
That's good enough.
I mean, 6 Okay, 6 hit die.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna snort the powder, a little bit of it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a Constitution save for me.
I expected nothing less. Uh, I'm. Oh, please roll the actual thing. Fine, I'll roll it manually. 1d20 plus 3.
This is where he gets all of his damage from.
Ah, there we go, 19.
Hey.
Alright, you kind of a little bit up into your nostril cavity, and
Nose?
after a few seconds, your face kind of like starts to pale, and you kind of like shiver before you sneeze out the powder.
Did it smell like anything funny?
It didn't really have any particular odor to it.
And I'm otherwise okay?
With that Constitution roll, yeah, you're okay.
Okay. Okay, it appears to not be a drug.
Why would it be a drug?
I don't know. Maybe it's a really funky slug.
If it was a drug, why would you try and take it?
I mean, science.
I'm trying to think.
I don't
what-
think that's how you do science.
That's how we do science in the morning, wood tree.
Okay. But isn't that the tree that you fall down every morning because the branches break?
Yeah.
I don't know, my backstory's inconsistent.
Yeah, you have to be high to even try to go up there. That's why there's drugs in the morning wood tree.
Makes sense. Shrug.
But now for real though, I wanna kind of, I don't know, how would you check what this dust is? Is that a nature check?
You can roll nature if you like to try and discern what from nature or what kind of similarity to something from nature it might have.
I'll do
But essentially, as long as you can think of a good way to use any of your stats, you can roll that stat for that particular reason or that particular check on something.
that. Well, I guess my logic is gonna be that like last time we faced something like this, it ended up being some kind of biological horror. So maybe this is also something that could be attributed to some kind of animal. I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking of something. But
This is looking like the theme of the campaign.
Don't forget your guidance.
Biological horror.
yeah. I'm also biological horror. 16.
Yeah, your bones
Um,
follow you, freak.
Oh, sorry. No, never mind. I lied. It was delayed. It's 9 actually. That was my. That was it. Wait.
No, that was your nature.
Wait.
I don't know what the second one is.
roll.
13 was your.
Whatever. In that case, it's 16.
All right, so looking over it, it appears to have some kind of resemblance to scale dust that comes off of insectoids.
Huh. Okay, my fellows, Miss Tiefling. I think this came from an insect part.
Can I roll something to know if there's insects that big?
Nature. Unless you can think of another way that you might know that.
I will try nature. Although my nature's terrible because I'm.
I mean, like there could be another way for you to kind of discern it.
Okay,
As long as
just
you come up
think
with like
that-
a good reason to use that skill on it.
All of my skills are on face skills. So unless you want me to basically performance this out,
Let me see you
have to-
seduce that powder.
That's 11 plus.
Forget your guidance.
Yep. That's at 13. Is there insects that big that I would know of?
You try to think, and all that pops into your mind are like the average size like insect. So you can't think of them being this big. So you're like, objection, they don't get that big. That is a little too much powder for something that tiny.
Val's off to the side. I've seen very large insects. They shouldn't be here, to my knowledge.
So we're going from sharktopusses to giant insects.
Yes.
Maybe it's a false caterpillar.
Hmm.
Ugh, I should have never left home.
What type of insect would leave powdery dust and slime?
A slug butterfly. A
Wait.
sluggerfly.
Do you think that maybe the insect came from the house? Like, insects leave slimes when they're caterpillars and leave dust when they're butterflies.
Do you think it was the person? Like they got
Maybe.
turned into that?
Maybe there's some sort of curse. Could
Like
you
there's a weird slug-like caterpillar and then crawled out because it doesn't have hands, so it couldn't open the door.
maybe just needed to crawl up the fireplace to get to somewhere high?
Is there any way Val could get to the top of the roof?
I could probably, yeah, I could probably throw you up there if you can't fly.
I mean, I can hover. I can't fly super well. 'Cause
You could get
Val-
up maybe about halfway by flying up it.
So with a boost, I could probably get on top of the roof.
Yeah, can I just like, throw him up and see if he can
Like
fly the rest of the way?
the
I
roof
can't do it.
itself isn't super high, so the dwarf could probably actually kind of help throw you up there with a bit of your flight ability. You can make it to the roof, but you couldn't make it all the way to the top of the chimney.
Well, I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I want to try to get to the top of the chimney. I want to see if it's going in or out. If something came in or out of the chimney. Because I know something was shuffling through the chimney.
All right, so you want to check the top of the roof.
Yes.
All right. With
Me-
Balder's help, he kind of hucks you as strong as he can upwards. With a few flutters from your wings, you're able to make it to the edge of the roof and pull yourself up and over onto the roof of the building.
Now I've got to try and get to the top of the chimney. Would that be acrobatics?
You could actually fly from the roof to the top of the chimney because it's not that
yeah.
much higher than the top of the chimney. It was just high enough that you couldn't get there from ground level to the top of the chimney.
All right. I'm going to roll an investigation with guidance. Did something come in or out of this chimney, or possibly both? So that's going to be a modified 20.
All right. So, looking at this, it's kind of hard to tell whether this was coming or going. But discerning from the patterns of movement, you'd guess that this thing would have to take going up and down. It looks like it might have gone in and then back up and out.
So it took the guy.
So something definitely came in and then left. All right, so we're not. Doesn't seem to be dealing with any sort of, transformation.
And while you're up here, you can definitely see like the slime isn't like a trail, it's more like just little puddles here and there across the top of the roof. It's kind of hard to tell from the bottom. You could just see that, well, there's some slime here at the end of the roof, and there's some slime there at the top of the chimney. That's probably a trail, was what you were looking at from the ground level. But now that you're actually up here, you can see that's just like little splotches of droplets.
So almost like it was doing something that caused the slime and not just like dripping everywhere while it was walking.
Right. It wasn't like a trail that was necessarily coming off of its body.
Yeah.
It's more of like a trail as in like something was falling off of it or was part of its body. And looking up here, you can see flecks of that powdery substance up here as well.
I think our best bet is probably going to be to follow the powder trail into the forest. It doesn't seem like this thing is. I mean, there's not a ton of ooze. It's pulling up in some places, so it might be some saliva, or maybe maybe it even surrounded its target in some sort of mucus at some point. But it doesn't seem to be a very slimy creature. Maybe it could be like when flies spit on their hands to clean them.
Flies do that?
Yes.
They also
Do
spit
it?
on things before they eat them to help dissolve them and break them down to make them easier to slurp up.
There's a there's a type of fly in the fairy realm that we use to eat other insects. It's very, very interesting.
How's it
Okay.
called?
Are you saying all this in character, by the way?
Yes.
Sheo is writing down, all fairies are flies.
Where does he say that out loud?
Yes.
Fairies are not flies. We
And you
use
spit on your hands to clean them, I understand.
no. Some of the fairy farmers would
Didn't you
actually
say like
claim-
yesterday that they were moths?
Yeah.
Val does have moth wings, like ethereal, like phantasmal moth wings.
Congratulations, you've been demoted from moth to fly.
Val pulls out the little ball of Shadow and starts stabbing it.
Like right in
Give me a
front of the tiefling woman, like Sheo just throws himself onto the ground, starts squirming as if he's in incredible pain.
The tiefling woman kind of like sighs and rubs at her eyes as you guys are kind of just like floundering around the room.
Absolute worth it.
And on the roof.
Okay, fine. We're done. The bit is done. Okay, yeah. Okay, so something was covered in mucus, and then no longer, and some of the mucus is now on the roof.
So it seems to me like our best bet is to track the powder through the forest.
Right.
Who's
Okay.
our best tracker?
Is there anything else you guys want to do with the building itself? Any more looking around?
Did we inspect the actual bedrooms?
Balder looked into the room, but he didn't really. You know, he was looking for anything that
What is
stood
that?
out. Since you used perception, he was looking for anything that stood out. He wasn't
Gotcha,
really
okay, wow.
looking through it.
I guess we could go back and sort of comb over the bedrooms.
Let's do that.
Yeah, can we I'm gonna roll another investigation check. This time to like where was this person when they got abducted, if I could figure that out. Like where in the house were they when the thing got to them?
All right, go ahead and roll however you want to look for that.
And then plus guidance. This would be 18.
All right, do you and the rest of you want to look around while he's doing that,
I'm gonna look
or
around.
look for anything in particular, or use any particular other of your skills?
I'm gonna continue to roll survival. Check for trucks, check for dust. It's a 25.
That plus 7 is ridiculous.
I know. I
gonna-
just happen to have a ludicrous +5.
You know, honestly,
wisdom?
survival and animal handling are very underrated skills that are very useful in a lot of situations.
And that's a +5. I do have a +9 to other skills.
Oh,
All right, anyone else want to do anything while this is happening, or
I guess I want to look around to see if there's like, if this person like struggled when they were taken or done something to. So I'm gonna look out for like maybe like scratch marks or something. I'll just roll investigation for that.
DM, did you say this was a 3-room or 3-bedroom?
3 room? There's the main room, there's the bedroom, and then there's like a storage area.
And this guy lived alone?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ask the tiefling, like, did everybody that got taken, did they live by themselves? By the way, nat 20, wow.
That's two
Utility-
nat 20s.
Utility blessing strikes again.
If you would have had advantage, it would have on one of them. It would have been 3 nat 20s.
As soon as combat starts, those rolls are gonna go down.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
As soon as there's damage to be dealt.
All right, so Val, you're looking around and you actually find in the bedroom there seems to be a hole torn into the blanket that was laid across the bed. This guy probably got attacked while he was lying in bed asleep. Callias, you do in fact find like a pool of kind of like very sticky and smelly saliva that probably came from the man as he was lying in bed.
You.
That kind of like bubbled up and gathered up in his mouth and kind of like rolled down the side of his cheeks and onto his pillow.
Ew.
I'm going to probably notify Vol while I move my speared cap. Look, I found a hint. I found evidence.
Is
The
that drool?
slobber, the slobber of death, or something.
I think he was just sleeping there.
Maybe whatever the thingy that probably turned him into a butterfly affected him this way.
Maybe.
And Sheo, looking around yourself, you you do find what looks to be a loose floorboard in his bedroom,
Oh.
or a couple. It's kind of off center and kind of like just under his bed.
Can I
We're
like,
gonna find his
can I like
maps.
kind of like kind of loosen one of them up and just pull it out and see if there's something underneath?
And meanwhile, Balder, you started to talk to the tiefling woman.
Yep.
What did you want to talk with her about?
Asking her if any of the people, all the people abducted basically live by themselves.
Yes, actually. All the people who have been abducted are mostly smaller families, people who live alone, or there's just not many people in the household altogether.
And so there's still like, big families, 14 kids running around, none of them got abducted.
No, none of the families in this town are that big. We're all relatively small. Usually at most 3 or 4 people, usually in a single household.
All right. I think that's about it.
All right, so Sheo, you kind of start to pry the floorboards apart where they're loose. And while you're crawling under there, You do notice that there seems to be a bit of a cavernous space underneath the floorboards
Oh.
that kind of goes down and then out.
I'm going to start crawling through there, I guess.
As you guys are all looking around the room, kind of sees Shayo slide under the guy's bed, and then kind of like turn like at a 45-degree angle, his legs kicking up in the air as he tries to scramble forward and slide off into this little cavernous space under the bed that you guys can't really see. Shayo, if you want to roll athletics.
Oh no. Okay. Let's see. Oh dear. Oh, we're fine. I think maybe 16.
All right, so you kind of shimmy and slide, and you kind of just barely fit, even with your small Allen frame. The fact that you're more feathers than actual body. You're kind of like sliding down in here, and it's really cramped. Your arms are kind of like stuck to the side, and then when you get to start to get to where there's a turn in the bend, you're kind of stuck with your body jutting out and pushing out into the bed. So you can't really take the turn, but something incredibly small must have been through here.
Oh. Okay. And there's nothing else I can see like within the cavern or like around the bend. Can I like peek around the bend?
It's pretty dark.
Oh. Okay. Do I have any spells for this? I don't think I do. No. Okay. Then I'm gonna just start trying to back up, back out of here, and gonna try to use my talons, I guess, and use them to kind of clamp around the bed frame to lift myself back up.
Athletics with disadvantage.
Oh no. Okay. Hold on. Oh. Well. That's a dirty one.
Wow.
you try to go in reverse, and your wing arms are kind of like stuck to your side. You didn't even really have much use for them going forward, and your legs can't seem to find purchase, your arms can't seem to find purchase, and you're just kind of stuck like an ostrich, head stuck in the ground, ass sticking up in the air.
Okay, so what you can see from the outside,
And all
is, like,
everyone
he
else
had-
sees is kind of like the tail feathers are kind of just like flapping and wiggling, and his
It's like he-
legs just
like he-
kicking.
he went like in all calm and collected, and then there's a moment where he starts crawling back, then a moment of complete stillness as he evaluates the situation, and then just panic, and he starts to completely squirm as much as he can.
We all see this.
Should we help him?
There's also chirping noises, by the way.
I was gonna see it just
Yeah,
devolves
probably
into
not.
He sounds
whoo,
happy.
whoo, whoo, whoo. The feathers on his body just kind of poof out.
Yeah, it's just like what you can see. It's thinking just, and it's just all the black feathers are just basically filling up the entire space.
In a story I heard, people would define the situation as Giat.
I'll go and grab his legs and try to pull him out.
I will provide assistance and guidance.
Step 12, I'm
Alright.
stuck.
Val's assistance is that of a fairy pulling.
All right, so Boulder kind of walks up and tries to grab a hold of Shayo, but he keeps like having to take steps back as those sharp owl talons keep almost like coming up and smacking him in the face. So he's not able to get in and get a good grip on Shayo as his legs are kicking.
Wait, did you give me a guidance or help?
Both.
So I'd have advantage, right?
You have advantage and a
Oh,
default.
It'd be
with help then.
24.
Yeah, with help. You Val kind of like quickly like shoulder checks one of the legs to keep it from coming down on top of Boulder's face, so he's able to slide in there and grab a hold of Sheo and start pulling. And well, pop! He goes falling back with Sheo on top of him.
Sheo basically does a really ungracious barrel roll.
I didn't realize you were a ground owl.
Well, he kept falling out of the trees, remember?
Well, they don't call me Bay Roost for nothing.
What was in there? Val's now curious, sticking her head in the hole.
A really small tunnel. I made it all the way up to a turn, then I didn't make it no more, and then I got stuck. And something definitely fit in there, something small. I mean, maybe you can fit in there.
Val is going to now attempt to fit in the hole.
Should we strap a rope
This is
around
my
your leg?
fall. Sorry, this is my wall. It was made for me. You know.
All right,
Oh
so
my god.
Val kind of slides down in there, and it's much more comfortable for her. She's a small, petite little fairy versus a big, floofy owlin.
Also, one more thing before you actually go down there, I'm gonna use my feature to use telepathic speech, so you can, ask for help or something, if need be.
All right, Val,
you
Should we
talking
like
in my
tie a
head
rope?
again?
Should we tie a rope to you before you go?
I mean, you can. I don't see what it would hurt.
I guess it
Alright.
might be for the best, just in case.
Because I'm not fitting in this hole.
Okay, I'll just take a rope out of my explorer's pack and just tie it around Val's ankle, and then give the other end to Balder.
My waist would probably be a better option.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna tie it around your waist.
I'll just keep a strong hold on it.
so
At the end, of
Stronghold.
course.
I know dwarves were quick at building, but not so much.
I will have you know, by the way, the entire way that you're sliding down there, Sheo is giving you constant moral support, with or without your asking so.
Sheo attempting to cast guidance.
Sheo is casting guidance through his telepathic speech, but he doesn't know the spell, so it's just basically him cheerleading.
But the sound is just crack, crack, crack.
So Val manages to get to the bottom of the hole, and she's small enough that she can turn with the small little space and go with it.
What do I see? What do I roll? Am I in danger?
As you're crawling down there, Sheo is going to whisper.
You can see off into the distance, and it seems to go on for quite some distance before it looks like it might come out into a cavern up ahead.
300 feet of dark vision is very beneficial.
I can't see in the dark.
It seems that this comes out to some sort of cavern. It's quite a bit of distance to get there.
Sheo's going to whisper back, completely disregarding this information. It's gonna say, "Did you know that the bootlace worm can grow up to 180 feet long?"
Can you please inform everyone else that this leads to a cavern?
Yes, of
Was
course.
that in the title of the book, or did you actually read the book?
That's in the title. The title is "The bootlace worm can grow up to 180 feet long." He's gonna turn around, but if I actually ask him to transfer this information, he's gonna look everyone else dead in the eyes individually. He's gonna say, "The bootlace worm can grow up to..." No, okay. He's gonna relay the information about the cavern.
You just he starts to say that, and then you hear him wince as Val screams in his mind.
Yeah.
That's not what you're supposed to say.
like Shale winces a little bit as it actually hurts his ears, and it's cavern leads into a bigger cave, and it goes on.
Val, go ahead and roll perception.
Perception. 22.
Your vision kind of goes black for a second, and you can no longer see the cavern ahead, as something kind of shifts in front of the hole for a while. completely blocking it out. And after a good solid, like, 2 minutes of watching the end of the tunnel, whatever it was uncovers, allowing you to see the cavern ahead again.
Something's in the cavern. Can I see if I can get a rough estimate of how far away the cavern is?
Your best guesstimate is it is probably about 200 feet forward off in the direction of the woods.
Would that roughly be like where the trail was leading us? The powder trail?
Same direction, yeah, because the woods are kind of like just in that general direction. You're not surrounded by the woods. You guys are like at the edge of the woods.
Well, there's definitely something in there. It's about... We need to head into the woods in order to get to the cavern.
You say there's something in there?
There's something in the cavern and not in the tunnel with me. If there's something
it
in the
100
tunnel with me,
Is it
you would just
180
me.
feet long?
I will butcher you.
Should I start
Okay,
pulling
I'm
them?
sorry.
All I
Sorry.
hear what? Oh wait, I don't hear this.
You do, but like
Don't hear Shayo.
you only hear Shayo's end of the conversation. Okay, but he's gonna turn to the vet. There's something in the cavern. It's in the direction of the woods.
Val's gonna start crawling out of the
I'll start pulling them.
Tunk, tunk. He's fine, Tunk.
I think Boulder feels a little bit of slack and he just yanks Val out.
25.
Yeah,
No.
it's not that hard. With just a quick little whoop, Val whoop, shoots out like a rocket, being dangled on the end of this rope. That Baldur's now holding her up like she's like a fresh tied up ham hanging from a butcher's market.
Shay is going to kneel, like, kind of underneath her, look her square in the eye. He's gonna say, "Did you see a bootlace worm?"
I will feed you to the first bootlace worm I see.
Our pool would be small enough for that. That's the fun part.
I don't know what book you got that stupid fact from, but you're going to regret ever reading the title.
Did you know that? Did you know that the scientific name of the bootlace worm is the Lineus longissimus, which means the very long line?
There must have been an author signing that day. It's the only way you would know this much about a book.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll stop about the bootlace bit. But fine.
Can you add, you know,
Now pull yourself up by your bootlaces.
Actually, Val is wearing combat boots, canonically.
goth, moth, fairy?
Yeah.
Somewhat more like light and dark themed.
Goth, moth, fairy rhymes. That's
Shayo
saying.
is an owlin who roughly looks like a crow. For no particular reason.
Even though owlins are supposed to look like owls.
One
Yeah.
day he's going to find out he's a raven and not a crow and be really sad.
Yeah.
He's actually a Kenku that learned how he was adopted.
A Keku who is so convinced he's an owlin, he just inherited all of the owlin traits.
That would explain so much about why he
Even
like
missing that.
he just throws out information he's heard and found out before. That makes so
Yeah.
much sense.
He's the one Kenku to be born without the curse.
No,
he
that-
has the curse.
No, he still has it. That's why he always
stepped out of
spits out the information he learns, reads, and hears. That's why he's always spitting out facts. It's just a
And all
piece.
of you have like cool, interesting backstories, and I'm just a sleepy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're a sleepy boy with fairy tales.
Yep.
You're gonna have like some kind of dark backstory at some point, aren't you?
No, really, it's a great.
Mine can get a little dark.
I once crushed a rock.
Find anything
And it's
interesting
all-
in there?
I thought it was a stone, but it was a rock.
There is a tunnel that goes about 200 feet into the woods into a cavern.
Maybe the slack came from there and it kidnapped the person and then it came up the chimney and did something with it.
We might want to check one of the other houses to see if there's a tunnel under there as well.
The problem is if there's a tunnel, it means no house is safe. You could just create another tunnel, probably. Unless they're building the houses above the tunnels, which is not a very good idea.
All
But
right,
if there's
so
a tunnel, why would it go into the chimney to take him? Why would it not just try to take him out through the tunnel?
Because maybe they could just leave, or maybe they had to person.
It could be that it's finding the houses through the tunnels and then
since-
marking the areas. Something
Maybe it's that plants like have kids by throwing little planty things on the sky. So maybe this does the same. It just creates a path to send their little insect things, and that creates an insect, whatever.
I-
Does it look like the tunnel was is like the opening under the bed? Was it like dug from like something digging out, or was it something digging in? Can we tell that?
there's not any trace of any of like the dirt or anything like up above. The floorboards were just loose, and Sheo had to pry them open to get in there.
So something didn't come through the tunnel.
Right,
into
it's
the
more
house.
like something tried to come up through the tunnels, but wasn't able to get through the floorboards.
So then they went plan B.
That's what it looks like.
How much you want to bet if we went to another house, there would be floorboards broken or something like that? Actually, should we just ask them? Ask
I mean,
the tiefling lady?
Yeah.
All right, I'll ask her if there's any like floorboard stuff and tunnels.
Not that we noticed.
could you take us to another house that someone disappeared from?
Yes, of course. She leads you off to another one of the houses. You're staying out by another house that's fairly close to that first one that she led you to. And it looks fairly identical because, small town, they're all kind of just thrown together housing.
Let's march straight in and into the bedroom and see if check under the bed, check the floorboards and stuff.
If you guys want to roll for that.
Investigation 25. Guidance is busted.
Yeah.
Guidance is amazing. It always keeps relevant.
I spam utility spells.
Anything else if you want to check another way, or you're just going to let Val do the work, the heavy lifting?
I'm still touched in telepathically, yes?
Yes.
Every 2 seconds he's gonna ask, do you see anything? That's it. That's all I'm gonna be doing.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Case closed.
I just want to give everyone else a chance to do something if they want to do something. So Val looking around, she can't find any particular weak floorboards until she comes across what appears to be a water pot in the kitchen area that's devoid of water. Flying and looking over it, you kind of see a hole in the bottom of the pot. Or something had come up under the floor and up through the pot.
Is it like a metal pot or like a ceramic pot?
It was like a ceramic pot.
Okay, good. Well, here's another hole.
Another hole. Are you
Um,
gonna go in?
I don't think I need to.
We're gonna assume it goes the same way.
I'm going to assume because I really don't want to go down another hole and meet something.
Are you afraid of the bootlace worm?
I was just gonna sigh.
I'm sorry, Val. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to fall victim to my telepathic speech.
You have the mean little bullying fairy is now given up, just in the corner.
You have been outcrowed.
Is there anything else you want to check in this house while you're here?
I'm
Uh,
good.
That's all Val came here to do, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, just checking the floorboard for holes. All right.
So, we're gonna have to go in the woods, right?
That's what it looks like.
Should we go or?
All right, so as you guys are on your way out of the house, the tiefling kind of stops and she's like, do you guys have any idea what this is? What's going on?
What? Our best guess right now is that something's been pulling victims off through these tunnels or came in through these tunnels and pulled them out through the chimneys. And whatever it is has been at least coming from the forest and it's probably been returning there too.
Hmm.
You might have one heck of a termite infestation.
I see. So what are your plans then? Just going off into the woods.
Kill him.
We're gonna go buy raid back home.
Shadow Legends.
Yes.
I think we're gonna do a little bit of bug smashing and burning and other kind of jazz.
We have
Yes.
an expert tracker.
Me.
I think Glyce is just snoozing and Val pats him on the shoulder and he wakes up. Yes, me,
Yeah.
me.
Me.
In my
What-
imagination, Val's just
what
like,
am I agreeing to?
we have an expert tracker and points to Callias and he's just kind of off in his own little world, just kind of look around and goes, oh, wait, what? Who do you mean? What's going on?
He was quite literally sleeping. Because if he's allowed to, he will nap everywhere. Tired boy.
Just turn your back for 1 second and Sheo is upside down in that other hole.
Bootlace, yoo-hoo!
It's like shouting into the hole. Did you know?
I know 10
Oh,
interesting
right.
facts about you. It was listed on the front of the newspaper on the title page. Number 8 will
read-
shock you.
Oh no. It is now my headcanon that Sheo like subscribes to those
Gossip rags.
yeah, no, like those what are they called?
Bat Boy in
The
Woman's
ones-
Basement.
Yeah, like those
The Inquirer and the Globe. And
yeah, the Enquirer magazines that are just
You know,
ridiculous.
politics have become so ridiculous that they've moved off of Bat Boy and onto politicians and what they're doing with their lives. That's the kind of state we're in. But they no longer have to
you're-
talk about Bat Boy.
Shea reads specifically the Onion.
There's Shayo.
Yeah.
I posted.
Wait,
That's a goat. That's a me.
there's a goat.
Yep.
That's Callias.
Oh, not Shayo. Kai's.
Our names are very similar, I know.
Yes.
Not at all. I'm just.
We're just we're just the only European guys.
Yes.
You're not dwarf. These two things are the same.
Me no understand.
Are they gay or European?
One day gay or European.
It's both actually.
It's both.
Yeah, it is both.
I think in Baldur's
Which is the
Mind,
same as in
The song, yeah.
in Baldur's Mind, he's just like, yes, there is half animal, half human. There is half animal, half human, and then there is half animal, half human. It's just all of them because the Val has wings. They're just all the same species to him.
You're either dwarf or you're not dwarf. Or you're elf.
be dwarf, not dwarf enemy.
Okay,
Why?
so are we going to the woods?
Heck yeah, we are.
We're
Yeah.
going camping.
No, we're going hunting.
We're going exterminating.
Go camping.
It's starting to get pretty late in the day.
Can
Well,
you-
you know, as far as I can tell, they do everything at night, right?
Stakeout.
It seems so. No, we have no steak. Sorry, but I can sell berries for you.
Can you use bootlace worms to
Bury
break
out.
a rope?
What?
Nothing. We're gonna go. Let's go. Actually, let's not go. Let's just like stay in the village for the night being, I guess.
Well, one thing we could do, because I don't know if I'll get exhausted for it, is go try to find a house that hasn't had anybody taken from it and see if there's any holes in those and wait and see if they try to abduct someone there or just go into the woods.
But I don't think it'll work. It seems to target people who are alone. So if we're there, it would just not target them.
Not if we're sneaky.
I
You're
look
right, we're
at
not
you
sneaky.
for a second. You can see like more intelligence than you usually see in Kalias. Like, have we ever been? Are
Damn
we
it.
even able to?
He's
You
actually
know,
awake now.
the realization appears in Val's eyes. What have I done joining this group?
I will have you know I actually have proficiency in stealth.
We'll let you know I do too. I'm just terrible.
So, have we even had a rest yet since we've gotten here?
No.
No.
You rest
Oh,
before
so-
you got here. It's just
Or
now
Kaya
getting towards
stuff.
the evening.
Okay, good.
You guys woke up, had breakfast, and then you had about a 10-mile drive, which was about 12 hours out of your day. So it's now starting to get about 8 o'clock ish. And after some investigation, now it's probably leaning more towards like 9 or 10 o'clock.
Hmm.
So rest and then go into the woods.
We can, but we need to make sure it's a place where we won't get bug napped.
That's when you take a nap and you get like all stung by mosquitoes.
What if we take a nap in the woods? Then, I mean,
We
have
could take a
shifts.
Sheo.
Boulder's logic here. If they're only taking people from the village, if we sleep in the woods, they
Yeah.
won't take us.
Sheo.
Yeah.
You sleep on trees, don't you?
Yes.
Maybe we could sleep on the trees in the forest. They can't reach us up there.
Yes.
And then we get all morning wood.
Sheo is like already sprinting halfway to the tree line to go and make a nest.
We're gonna need shifts
We're gonna need
or watch.
sticks and
But
ropes.
by the way, what I want to do one more bit. He's running. He's running over towards the woods, and he like trips and falls over something. He says, I found a bootlace worm," and then he pulls up. Oh no, it's not. It's just morning boot, and he just pulls up a fallen branch.
when he ends up getting tapeworms, he's going to be so intrigued.
Yeah.
He talks to a tapeworm.
And they just end up
It's
being,
like-
and they just end up being the tapeworms from Futurama.
No.
That's how he becomes invincible. He's always at 1 HP because the tapeworms are eating up so much of his life, but
But
they
they're
won't let him
friends now.
die.
The tapeworms are the source of his power.
Yeah.
They allow him to cast his archaic spells.
Eldritch tapeworm.
His weakness is dewormer.
Yes.
His best spell is implant tapeworm.
It's just a modified mind spike, except it's a con save and it's a tapeworm.
He just does like the Naruto 1,000 Years of Pain, but with a tapeworm.
Yeah.
1,000 years of tapeworm.
Do you know what a horsehair worm is?
No.
You look up mantis horsehair worm.
I would
I-
rather not.
I am entomophobic. I'd rather not do that.
If
I would
you
be
want-
scared.
If you want to have no sleep tonight, look up mantis horsehair worm.
No, I don't think I will. Thank you.
You heard that, folks at home. If you want nightmares,
Look up
call
mantis horsehair
877 Shayo.
worm.
He will give you so many nightmares.
Share can distribute nightmares.
I have something that's akin to a helpline, except I don't help you. I give you crippling nightmares.
Oh, they're the things that are in bugs.
It's-
So it's like, did you know that you eat a median of 10 bugs a year?
all his psychic damage is just him whispering the secrets of body horror insects to people.
Did you know that most foods have a approved quota of insect eggs on them?
Mhm. More protein, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think ketchup has like 50 per certain amount of milliliters. That's allowed.
I'm allowed 0.01% of a rat in my peanut butter. And damn
What
it if I wish they
specific-
wouldn't increase it.
What specific part of the rat?
Doesn't really matter that much.
I actually think it's the tippy top of the tail.
It's just one hair.
Exclusively.
It's just rat secretion.
So are we gonna sleep in shifts?
I guess.
Yes.
Sure, I'll take first watch.
All right.
Wait.
I just realized
Where are all of you sleeping?
I'll sleep at the base of the tree.
I'll make a nest in the canopy.
I'll sleep in the nest if I
You guys are
Uh,
sharing a nest.
Yeah, we're sharing a nest for one night because there wasn't enough time to make a second.
can. Oh no, there was only one bed.
And they were roommates. There's only one nest.
And history said they were roommates.
They were just good friends.
Yeah.
Also, fun thing, remember that Kalias has trouble with sleeping, so he's basically a log.
And in the
for
morning,
most of the nights.
and in the morning, there was wood.
No, no.
Wood everywhere.
Wood everywhere.
We're in a forest. It's also called the woods for a reason.
These innuendos are getting too piled up.
Just like the wood piles.
In the middle of the night, Sheo connects telepathically with a random person here, and just go and is in his sleep. He just goes, "Did you know the boot lace worm?"
You're a
Can
monster.
can you roll at E4 to see who of us you're connecting telepathically to?
Okay, sure. You know what? Okay, number one is the tiefling woman. Number two is Balder. Number three is Kalias, and number four is Val.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a tiefling woman.
I'm gonna be terrified.
In the middle of the night, the tiefling woman is just sleeping. It's like, did you know that the bootlace worm?
Sometime in
This
the middle of the
isn't even
night, you just
possible, by the
hear,
way.
Oh god damn it!
You
God
get what
dang
you
it,
pay
Robin.
for.
Okay.
Alright, so you two are up in the tree sharing a nest. Baldur's asleep at the base of the tree. Val, where are you sleeping?
I have a little tent I'm gonna set up at the base of the tree.
Okay.
And Baldur's on first.
The only smart one.
Roll perception for your first watch.
10.
You don't hear or see anything.
That could be good or bad.
All right. Who do you want to wake up for the next shift?
Val, because I don't want to try to climb the tree.
Fair.
Good
Just
idea.
throw a rock at the nest and see who gets hit.
All right, Val,
Then
roll
it just breaks.
perception.
All right, I'm gonna use guidance. Da-da-da-da-da. Perception. Oh. 9.
You notice nothing.
All right, you don't hear or see anything.
You're all blind as shit.
Is the giant monster in front of us? Just,
All right, Val, who do you wake up next?
Definitely Sheo because she does not trust Goliath to stay awake.
And who doesn't have night vision in the party? Is it Callias?
Goliath
Yes,
does
it's
not have
me.
night vision.
That's probably
by
best he takes like the early morning shift where there's at least a little bit of
Yeah.
light. So he won't get disadvantage on his perception.
Yeah, Sheo
I
just
don't have-
shoots. Sheo shoots awake and he just grabs you by the throat like the bootlace worms. It's just
Alright.
basically, but it doesn't actually touch
Roll
you. It
your
doesn't-
perception.
uh,
How long does guidance last? Because I might be able to give you guidance.
Stop with that grudge, sort of.
It wouldn't work for this one because this is over a long period of time.
Yeah. It only lasts a minute
Uh,
anyway, so.
you,
14.
you don't see or hear anything.
Pain. I will, like, I guess when it almost starts to get dawn-ish, I'll just wake up Callias.
He'll seem incredibly sad to be woken up.
I'll just be like, kind of like slapping you in the face and be like, you have to look out for bootlace worms.
Alright,
5 minutes more, Mom.
Sheo, while you're waking up Callias, can I have Val and Baldur roll Constitution saves for me?
I was about to say that as a
Oh.
joke.
Oh no.
6.
Wow, 10. Is it against being poisoned?
Yeah.
I have advantage. 21.
21.
6.
Alright. Val, you feel
All
a
fairies are weak to poison.
Val, you feel a slight prick and then nothingness. Baldur, you feel something stab into you. You take 3 points of damage as something jabs into you and tries to inject poison into your system. As you wake up and you see a large hornet-like head standing over you and a stinger up inside of your abdomen. And you look over and you see another one doing the same thing to Val, but her body completely goes limp from the injection of poison.
I am in a tent.
Yeah, it got through the tent.
So he doesn't see me, though. He sees a stabbing through the tent.
He sees like
Tents are indestructible.
as the sun's starting to come up and it's early dawn, he can see like the outline of it standing over you through the tent fabric.
So I would have my maul like to my side. Can I grab like the handle and just like swing it to hit the thing?
Yep,
That's in
you can
front of
take
me?
a swing at it.
Mole, 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 mole.
Give me 1 second. 19.
You hit. Roll for damage.
16. Oh, that was 2 6s.
Ooh.
You smash into this thing's head, and it kind of falls and slumps over next to you. As the other one starts to drag Val out of the tent. It's got these long butterfly-like wings, and as it flaps them, this purplish dust starts to come off of them, creating like a little field around them.
Okay.
Can we see all this happening from the nest, by the way?
As you guys are kind of starting to wake up, you can now look down and see that the other two are under attack.
I'm going to jump to my feet, well, to my hooves, grab my
next.
wooden sword, and how much damage would I take if I just jump down and try to do like a jumping attack on them?
Depends on how high up Sheo made his little nest.
Okay. I am rolling a d20.
Because if it's your, what is it, twice your height, you take damage.
I'm very short. It's kind of the point.
I don't think it's twice your height. It's a specific height.
Oh,
Oh well,
it is.
there's acrobatics in that one.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be like right back. It's just someone's just here right now.
All right.
Okay.
That was me rolling to see how high up I made it, by the way. So that's
Oh,
gonna be like
The
really low
lowest
to the ground,
branch.
That's the lowest branch. That's
like the
actually
lowest
good.
branch.
Would I take damage from jumping from the lowest branch, DM?
If you get a bad acrobatics roll, you could get hurt from the
Okay.
jump, but just from the
It's-
actual height
I can
difference,
risk that.
not
I can risk
really.
that. I'm going to roll acrobatics. That is an 8.
Your hooves and horns are kind of like tangled in the nest as you kind of like flail and roll around, taking the nest over with you as you roll off the edge of the branch, landing
Works for me.
on your hands and knees with the nest over the top of you.
Okay.
Oh no.
You are now
I-
prone.
Oh no.
Does this mean that Sheo also falls prone?
Yeah.
As he's falling, he's just shouting morning wood.
But you can fly.
Morning walk!
He was caught unawares.
Okay, I am. You know. Question: Is the nest shaped concavely? Does it resemble a large ball?
Yeah.
Can I wear it as a hat?
It would be more like a sombrero, like almost like inside.
That is
Well,
I
I,
would say-
I imagine that with it tangled up in Callias's like horns and hooves, and you're both were kind of in it. Now it's over the top of the both of you, kind of like if you took like a kiddie pool and flipped it over and dropped it on top of a couple of kids.
I was thinking, it's basically a Japanese jingasa. You know,
Yeah.
to my horns.
As a sailor, what is your jump height? Is that how you got up there?
My jump height is the normal jump height plus 1d8. So yeah, I have a big
In
jump
feet,
Okay.
so it's pretty long.
Yes, you just jumped up there.
Yeah.
You didn't even climb the tree.
So yeah, I'm going to. Do I still have a turn?
No, because you used up your turn to try to hop down, but now you're tangled up in the nest.
Also, I found this image, and that is pretty much how I'm imagining the nest to be looking like, speared by the thing, except way bigger.
Nowhere near that cool.
No, it's not cool. It's just branches and stuff. It looks terrible.
You know what you know what the funniest part
It's
is?
cool.
Shale was the one who was technically on watch when this happened, so Val's gonna get up pissed.
If Val
And
gets up at this
Sheo is
point.
just like Sheo is just on the ground, like after screaming, he's just look. Wait, are you like awake? Like, are you aware of what's happening?
I don't know.
No, Val is completely KO'd at the moment.
Oh, okay, then he's not gonna say anything because I was just gonna say if you were awake, he would have just like looked you in the face and said, "That's not a worm."
Alright, so that was Goliath. Sheo, you get pulled off with Goliath, crashing into the ground. Go ahead and roll acrobatics to catch yourself with disadvantage because you're being pulled.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
you
that's
have
a 7.
wings.
Now your talons are also like entangled up in this nest.
Okay, I'm back. I do
You're-
apologize. I haven't. Someone showed up that I haven't seen in a while.
It's alright.
I am a
Okay.
Christmas ornament in your hat.
Sheo and Goliath are both entangled in the nest. Sheo rolling. I can imagine Sheo's like flailing and like death rolling, going, Morning wood! Morning wood!
Morning.
Yeah, I see the nat 1 now.
No, that was for the height of the.
Yeah, we built it at the lowest branch, and yet we found a way to fall from it and lose our turn. Both of us.
He's just like shouting, "Morning wood, morning wood," and then he's like realizing what's going on. Can I still cast a spell?
No, because you're all tangled up. You have to. You caught yourself, but since you didn't use up your turn getting down or anything, you can use up your turn to unhook yourself from the morning wood.
Okay, I'm gonna try to unhook myself from Callias' morning wood.
You, my brother in Christ, you built the nest.
I wonder if this episode will be able to be demonetized. Who knows?
Oh, that's my dream.
To get episode demonetized.
By being incredibly silly with weird innuendo. Yeah.
Mr. DM, can I roll animal handling to untangle myself?
No.
Okay, but what if I roll?
He is a person, okay?
I'm half goat.
If you take the time, it'll just eat up your action, essentially, at this point. So you don't necessarily have to roll anything, you just have to take the time to do it.
Okay, then I'll do that. I will do that. Wait, let me see how many. Real quick, let me see how many sorcery points it takes to do quicken spell.
3, I think.
It takes 2, and I only
it's
have
2.
3, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm just gonna spend the turn trying to get out.
Alright, and now it can be Val's turn, but she's asleep.
Mew Mew.
The wasp is gonna. The wasp-like creature is now gonna start for takeoff. The rest of you roll Constitution saves as you start to get covered in this purple dust.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Am I close enough to be able to do a attack of opportunity if it tries to leave?
Yeah, I'd
Maybe
say you
what-
guys were close enough for you to take a swing at it if it leaves your vicinity, but you have to roll a Constitution save as it's flapping its little wings for liftoff.
Oh, let's go!
Nat 20.
Yay.
16. Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
All right,
We're more
Sheo.
excited for the 20.
Are we waiting for Kalias to roll?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll? Sorry.
Con save.
Constitution.
Con save.
Oh, okay. Thankfully, I'm proficient. I was 16.
All right. All of you are fine as the dust kind of like shifts up into your sinuses, but you're able to like sneeze and then quickly cover up your noses to keep from breathing in too much of this dust particle. And the wasp begins to
Shale
try to
would be
take off, carrying Val with him. You get an opportunity attack, Boulder, as you're the only one who's up and ready.
Kill him.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
10, you miss, and the insect moves 60 feet without any attack movement, so it's going to use the dash action.
Would Sheo be close enough since he got up out of the entanglement? I don't know.
Yeah,
Where he
Sheo
would
could take an attack of opportunity since he took the time to untangle himself.
Okay, then I guess I'm gonna do that to just try to hit it with my dagger. Oh, what I wouldn't do to have Warcaster right now.
Yep.
Dagger attack, which is +4. I think, yeah, +4. I should really put that one in my action slots.
That'd probably help.
That's a 9.
No, you also miss.
Oh,
Bye, Val.
Bye,
Goodbye,
Val. You
Val.
will be
Val's
remembered.
gonna be so incredibly pissed.
Bye, Val.
All right, and I think this might actually be a good place to end the episode for today.
Yeah, because
Because we're
we don't know
encroaching
what
on
to
the
do with
4-hour
Val.
episode. You have
Wait,
done
I wanna
investigation for the day.
I want to ask one thing before that thing flies up, because it's like 60 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Is it high up in the air or no?
It's flying. It flew up into like the branches and stuff, so
Oh,
it's up off the
Magic
ground as
missile.
it's in flight now.
okay. So like, Shatter wouldn't be safe because there's a cleric in there.
Magic
I'm-
missile.
You might
Magic
also
missile.
bring a couple trees down on top of them.
Magic
The-
missile cannot miss.
The only thing I can think of is magic missile.
Go, go,
Magic
go.
missile,
do it,
quick
do it.
and you can do magic missile and quick and magic missile in turn, right?
True.
He chose
And I can
not
even
to, though.
upcast it. Actually, wait, I can't do that. I can't do 2 because you can only do 1 leveled spell per turn, even if it's quickened.
Oh, I see.
So like you could quicken a cantrip. Like okay, you know what? I'm just gonna use Dissonant Whispers. Wait, can I see it?
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna
Okay.
be next time, isn't it? Because aren't we?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, let's just do that next time if I remember.
Write it down, please.
Write it down on a post-it note and post it on your PC.
I will just have it on my monitor the entire week.
Yes.
Okay, now let's hope I remember to open that note.
I will write it down as well because it very much concerns Val. Sheo, please do this.
Quick and cantrip, magic missile.
Yes.
Let's hope that's enough life to kill it, and not kill Val. Also, sorry about today's session and me being as sleepy as my character is. Being
It's
a bit
alright.
weirded out. Because I literally didn't sleep at all tonight.
It's
You were
fine.
just in character.
I was very in character. No, really, I had a defense.
It's
of
called
my
method acting.
it's called having the defense of my final uni work today.
Oh.
So yeah, I did not sleep.
In the words of a great robotic actor, acting!
On the words of the great Laurence Olivier, have you tried acting? Which he said to a method actor.
So how'd you guys feel about this episode?
It was
This
fun.
session?
Morning wood galore.
I got kidnapped, which sucks.
I'm in danger.
Yep.
There
I
was There was a very large amount of banter this session.
Yeah, I love it. I feel like we've refined the banter.
Yeah, this episode was going to be mostly like chatting with NPCs and collecting evidence and stuff.
Instead, we just chat amongst each other and then fucked up the collection of evidence by continuously screaming about worms and wood.
I mean, we got some evidence. We just screwed up the
Yeah.
after finding the evidence part.
Like, I
Whose
mean,
idea was it to sleep in the woods again?
Mine. It was mine, technically.
No, it was Balder.
Well, Balder did propose to sleep in the woods because for some reason he thought it would be safer than the town.
Right?
And I just wanted to see Sheo's culture.
Look, the logic's there, but
the
Logic there, but
execution was
very
flawed.
not.
The execution of me falling with the nest over my head.
It wasn't
Also-
Balder's logic, it was the execution of everyone else.
Can I just say the comedic comeuppance of the branch of the nest breaking and being able to make the actual joke Morningwood.
Morningwood.
Like the setup of that was so good.
Will this be enough to force Val to take the alert feature?
It would be a very good feat. You can also get the spell.
I mean, to be honest, with those 3 checks, I rolled 2 nat 20s on their stealth.
Oh, wow.
Yike.
So,
That's at least one yike.
That is such bad luck for us.
like, the only like the one that rolled poorly was against Balder,
And Balder didn't roll too good either.
and Balder rolled horribly too, and he just barely scraped by.
All right, I think we're ready to end the stream there then for today.
Yes.
All right, thank you all for showing up. We really appreciate all the support and hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm Phoenix Firestar, also known as the NatOneFox, where we stream every Wednesday that we can D&D, the Short Stacks campaign. If you guys want to introduce yourselves as well.
I'm Dalton. I play Val, the fairy cleric. You will find me pretty much just here.
I am Chad, and I play Balder, the dwarf barbarian. Please only find me here.
That's my line. Hi, I'm Corey, and I play Kalias or Sleepy Satyr. And please stop following me. It's getting scary.
I am Quill and I play Sheo, the bootlace worm enthusiast. Also, I can only be found here.
In fact, when we end the stream, Quill will cease to exist.
Yeah.
And then he will appear again when we fire it up. No one knows where he comes from.
I have him tied up in my basement. I have a portal to Europe. Don't worry about it.
It's just like tied up in your basement and constantly giving you random facts about specific species of worm.
Did you know that
Teleportation!
earworms can
That's
develop-
illegal!
Did I tell you I'm studying biology?
Are you?
Yes.
Oh no, that's too many words.
Anyway, thank you all for showing up. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Good night and goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.